Hey everyone, episode 191, PC protection, French goblins, ethical ad space, the Sheargold cancellation, MAGA-optics and Jibberlink mode. Low-hanging fruit back in with John and Andy. We talked about a lot of crap, meeting Joe Black, raising the heart rate, Gene Hackman, the oldest woman ever to have ever lived, dangerous side of internet advertising, Marty Sheargold and the cancellation of his entire career. I don't know, some Trump and Zelensky stuff in there, Elon Musk and his Doge Gestapo squad. Bit about the generational gap again, just us complaining about modern day life, getting the bobblehead in the studio. Like, share, follow, subscribe, guys. Please, the biggest compliment you can pay us is to share us. Drop a review, comment, follow us on social media, all the usual jazz, and enjoy.
Oh yeah! Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Let's rock.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
What is it with walking?
Leave a message, baby. I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes.
Wait for the moon and the
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Will you shut up, man?
Weird.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Oh, you gotta give it that hawk. Spit on that thing.
Unless you're scripted, you're useless. Unless you're scripted, you're useless.
Kombucha.
Oh, get fucked. You know, one of my mates got back to me and said, hey, by the way, kombucha tastes like shit.
He's fucked.
You know, I'm going to leave this in just so he hears it. By the way, you're fucked. How does this work?
Just block everything.
No, well, the top one doesn't work. Oh, it's
because you need advanced. That's the one you have to pay.
Can you hear the bubbles? Can you hear the bacteria?
I love you're adding fucking. Okay, hang on a second. I want to click on something just to see if
How
it
zoomed
works.
in is that? It's like on 150, 180.
Is it?
You only got like two icons.
Sell him.
Huh?
Sell him.
Now I know you might need to zoom in there, Dim, but I've got just a product for you.
It's on 100%, you cockhead. It was on 90.
There's an
Are
extra
you for
zero
real?
in that.
It was on 90. You
Well, why
dick.
is YouTube say zoomed in?
I don't know.
That's better.
That's actually less.
So you go to 2 again.
That still seems like a lot.
That's at 90 now. It was at 100. And this is 2.
So you basically got caught out.
By who?
You just got caught out being on 200%.
Oh, cool. Zoom's working. As in like the fucking called? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, the plugin, the ad blocker plugin.
Oh,
Well, an ad didn't come up for this.
not that we're using that.
What do you mean?
Ad block.
Why wouldn't we?
No, we'd never use that.
Don't you?
What are you not getting, you dick?
Oh,
Tell you what I don't do.
what's that?
We've blocked 1,500 ads. Would you like to donate? Close that ad.
I realized before, you know, I got a new phone, right? And I put off transferring everything across to it because it's just become so convoluted now with so many accounts and blah blah blah. One thing I realized is
That you can go back to back and they'll transfer everything for you.
it doesn't work because a lot of apps now are outdated too quickly. And like, there's apps that I've had for literally 10 plus years and they're just no longer around, or they're outdated for the
Software.
the software.
Update. Yeah.
It's not the newest phone, but it's not bad.
Oh, did
right?
you get a new one?
Yeah, I had to. My old one's the workhorse, the personal one with everything on it is just dead. Like, just treated like shit.
Just got up one morning and he just got out of bed and it was just lying there. No light. It's like, Jimmy.
Circuits hanging out.
He's trying his own thing. Plugs it in, thinks it's the power.
Right on Valentine's Day for your sweetheart? Yeah.
Blowing
Johnny.
into the microphone.
Johnny.
No.
No, to be fair, this phone I've had for, I think, 3 years. It's seen
Yeah, it's about that.
like 3 different continents, 6, 7 countries. I've treated like shit.
But that's about right, isn't it, for phones now? 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. I think their only warranties are like 1 year for most phones now. It's insane.
You dial a number, warranty's done. You know what I mean?
You broke terms and conditions. What do you mean? You used it, huh?
I saw there was a 0 in a number you called. Unfortunately, that invalidates your...
Is that out of state? That doesn't look like 6-1 to me.
You're a dickhead. What I was saying was that I started going hard because I had 3 hours before a thing yesterday. So I sat at the office and just went through it, started putting all the shit back on it. I've never paid for antivirus software. I mean, granted, I rarely pay for software, but antivirus, malware, never. Have you ever paid for it? I've brought this up before.
Yeah.
Which company do you pay for?
Bitdefender.
Yeah, same.
Is that the only one?
That's the only one.
It's the only one, yeah.
Is it the only one worth having?
The only one.
Pretty much.
I said the only one.
I told you what happened with Bitdefender. I forgot to manually renew it, and it renewed automatically, and they charged me full price.
What do you mean?
So basically, Bitdefender, when you buy it manually, you can get like a year's worth for like $70, 75 maybe. If you let them auto renew, they charge you like $140.
Oh yeah.
And I knew the date was coming up, but I didn't think that they would renew it automatically like 3 weeks in advance.
Dude, normally they charge less for auto renews because it's like
No, they charge even more. So I sent them an email straight away. I go, dude, like, you look at my history. I always manually renew it. There's no way I'm paying this much money. I want a refund. And then they're like, oh, we'll give you an extra year for free.
Yeah, we understand, but go fuck yourself.
So it was essentially the same price if I'd paid for 2 years. So that was fine. But I was just like, yeah. And my PlayStation.
Oh, I keep telling myself,
That's brutal.
I got to turn mine off.
Yeah.
Because it was around April when I moved out and I started playing that rock, what's it called? I keep forgetting the name of it.
Deep Rock Electric.
Deep Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was around after the move, so maybe May. I reckon it's probably coming up to renewal. Anyway, so
I did a 5-year with Bitdefender, by the way.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah.
How much is that?
Would have been less.
I just buy it on discount. So like Cyber Monday or whatever, when they have their discount, I think it's probably like $50, $70 maybe for the higher one. Yeah, per year.
Yeah.
And I just bought 5 years and I emailed them and said, hey, I bought 5 subscriptions. Can you just merge them? And they just merged them.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, does Bitdefender have registry like cleanup and auto driver update?
It lets you know if they're out of date.
I think it lets you know.
And it lets you, it kind of lets you automatically get them to download an update.
It does?
But it will tell you, it won't just do it. It'll ask for permission every time.
I know my drivers are all cooked. I know my registry's cooked. But, I was just thinking how I've never paid for antivirus software and I'll pay $10 for some bullshit app for editing a video or something, but I've never paid for virus software.
I mean, you think about it this way, right? Like, let's say you do, even if you don't order takeout often, you order it once. That's a whole year of antivirus.
Actually, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I went to a Vietnamese joint yesterday in Springy. I bought the raw mains. I bought special fried rice. I bought salt and pepper squid. I got Morning Glory, which is like a what's it called? Spinach. It's like a spinach. And I bought lemon chicken because I just felt like
they all stand about $25 each.
It was $92.
Yeah,
$92.
Yep.
For Vietnamese food.
At least you're using the antivirus every day. You are using it every day because you're on your computer every day, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not on the computer every day anymore. But hang on, does that antivirus? Can you use multiple?
Yeah, you can have up to
things?
7 devices.
Yeah, I got a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
10?
Well, then that
I think
makes
I'm on 10.
sense. I'm on the phone and the laptop more than I'm on the computer.
Comes with a VPN too if you want it. It's a little bit more. It comes with
there's a lot of stuff they have.
There's got like a file shredder thing for you if you want to
permanently.
So
wait, they got ad blockers in it.
As soon as you hear the knock at the door, hang on 1 second.
Wait a minute.
I'm just in the shower.
What would you be shredding? What file documents would... delete it. It's gone.
I think it's for some...
No, I know it's not. No. Do you know that's actually scary? Have you ever done a deep dive looking for deleted shit that you've deleted by accident?
Yeah.
I did it a couple of years ago. I think I may have talked about it on the pod. Oh, it was... it was an episode that got lost because it got deleted by accident or something. I can't remember what it was. And I started deep diving hard drives, like looking for it. I spent 2 days doing it. I was seeing
I burned this hard drive.
Man. I thought this shit was cooked, and I'm finding it like, rebirth straight away.
Yeah.
And that's just me with basic ass software off the internet that was for free.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what like actual developers and programmers can do?
Yeah.
It's fucked.
It's wild.
Anyway.
Dangerous.
We can't recover it. He put in his recycle bin.
Imagine that. It's like some CSI case is like, it was here last night. It's gone. And they bring in some kids like, it's right here in the recycling bin.
They can enhance all the photos, but then they can't get it because it was deleted.
It's right there.
He's withholding evidence.
They can they can also recover files from smashed hard drives too, can't they?
Yeah.
It's like putting jigsaw puzzle pieces back together. Yeah, but how do you dispose your hard drives when you get rid of a computer?
I think
John buries them in the backyard.
Like a
Just
full
markers all over the backyard. Here's growing an orange tree.
2017, I planted a tree.
Just doesn't want to grow.
Hewlett Packard. What the fuck? Yes, it's a different type of what's it called? Orange.
Why does it say murders? It's a type of plant.
Hibiscus. Anyway, you were saying. Sorry.
What was I saying? I've only had 3 hours sleep. I can't remember what I was saying.
3 hours sleep.
Yeah, I had a bad sleep.
Why?
I don't know. Wake up. Went to bed at 6, wake up at 9.
Yeah, I slept. I dreamt. You're a dickhead. I dreamt that I was awake, and I was doing and then I was asleep in my dream, but someone was keeping me awake.
I find that's Matrix level stuff, man.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Were you telling yourself you are the one in the dream while awake?
No, because I specifically remember someone trying to wake me up in the dream, and I'm like, "What's this guy?" I'm going to crack it at him because it's someone I see every day, like I can call and talk to. So I was like, literally telling myself, when I get up, I'm going to tell this guy off. It's like, but I was asleep. Full awareness. Do you know what it was? It was Meet Joe Black. That's the problem. I watched it yesterday.
Oh yeah,
I'd never seen it before.
Wait, really? Why is that the problem?
Because it's all about, like, the ending is just fucked.
Isn't that the one? I don't care if you love it.
Yeah. I don't care if you love it. But I love him. It makes no sense. Yeah. We talked about it when we were listing 100 movies or whatever, and we'd never seen it, but you had seen it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, and the only thing I remembered was that scene from the commercial. Yeah, the movie itself is good, but it's 3 hours long, man.
It's long, yeah.
I was just sitting there like, the fuck, man? Like, it's so slow paced. I get why, but they could have probably quickened it up a bit. But not really. Then you'd lose.
You'd lose a lot.
Yeah, there's so many other... You haven't seen it, huh?
No. Oh, I don't remember watching it.
But the end is just like... Like, they built it up. They did a good job of building it up, and then it was just like...
It just kind of fell flat. Like, it was okay, like the end, but it was like...
Yeah, but it was too many things that were, like, assumed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't build it up with all this stuff that needs, like... They're literally explaining every walk of the story. And then the whole last 10 minutes is just, we assume this, and we assume she did that, so we assume this happened. I was like, all right, man.
Wait, who's the Grim Reaper?
Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love the part in the hospital
Shit,
with
3
the
hours,
Jamaican
man.
woman.
Oh, the patois.
Yeah, and he just starts ripping out the different...
Everything got to be Irie. Yeah. He did all right.
Yeah.
She was like a living legend in Jamaica.
Oh, okay,
yeah, like
cool.
an esteemed woman of cinema. Yeah, no, he did well. I reckon he did well with that. So the basic premise of the story is...
You want to read it? I was right in front of me.
You go for it.
Spoilers, 29 years later.
Disguised as a human, Grim Reaper Joe Black comes to Earth to escort the soul of a media tycoon, William Parrish. Parrish?
Parrish.
But Joe's fascinating journey ends with him falling in love with William's daughter.
You're reading it. It's just William.
I don't have my glasses on.
Parrish.
My eyesight's
Well,
good.
that's
worse.
That's the
If
whole
you need
point.
some new glasses, Andrew.
No, I need my glasses.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
That's the whole point.
I'm expecting a hefty discount, by the way.
Of course.
Yes, go on.
All cash, no receipts, no invoices.
How much for cash?
See.
200. How much for card? 200. Okay, I do cash.
No, William Parrish is the whole point, that his name is Will Parrish. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This guy's- You're right. Where's your coffee and donuts?
Yeah, I didn't get any.
He's like, they're here.
He ate them on the way in.
Couldn't wait. 2:00. That's dinner time.
I had to go get a referral for a dermatologist.
Did you like what I put in that message the other day? We were waiting for a response from him.
Oh, yeah.
Between his brunch donut and his lunch donut and his afternoon donut.
I had donuts last night.
Okay, go.
So I went to the doctor to get a referral to the dermatologist, and he goes, "Oh, while you're here, just for that, we might have just to fill in the time. Let's do a weight test and all that other stuff.
Glove
Sugar.
goes on. Uh-oh.
Let's check your blood pressure." And he goes,
Breathe.
Ooh.
Very good. You've gone down 3 hemorrhoids.
And he goes, "Look, your the blood pressure numbers. I don't know what they're called. Not the high one, the bottom one.
They're going
The
up
low.
like those people that punch the strength testers. They're just,
The low one is just a little bit higher than it should
and then
be.
3
He
donuts
goes,
pop up like a casino reel. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Then more donuts come out.
And he goes, "Look, basically, the dude is just trying to lose a little bit of weight. So I'm back on a diet.
Really?
How much you at now?
I'm at my heaviest ever. I'm at 91.5.
Okay, I'm still heavier than you.
I'm way heavier than you, bro. Way heavier.
So he said try and lose about 10 kilos, 15 max.
I think 15's probably too much for your height.
No, that's ideal for my height.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm 177.
I thought you look good as 10.
173?
You look good 10.
74.
10 down.
Yeah,
I reckon.
probably, yeah.
You're just fucked.
Thanks, man. No, I've been doing the intermittent fasting since I got back.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
It's panning out. I've lost what am I at? 4 kilos?
and you
4,
just
5?
feel better, right?
Yeah, and I started at the gym again.
Yeah.
Of course, I fucked up my shoulder and my back. But yeah, no, it was good.
Go too hard or?
Yeah. Combination of things, man. Like, I fucked myself somehow. I don't know.
But if you've taken a break for a while, of course you're going to hurt yourself. Not hurt yourself, but you're going to be sore.
I know, but I've got no patience because you know what you used to be able to lift, you know what you used to be able to do. And then all the old ailments start coming in, and it's like, dickhead, you're 40. You're not 25, man.
My hip.
No, it's that quick, man.
Yeah.
I'll have to revise how many kids I can take on because I went for a walk.
Oh, the punch on.
A bunch of-
The fighting the kids.
So
I went for a walk and I got puffed as soon as I left the driveway.
I didn't get puffed. You guys try and do 30 to 35 minutes just of getting your heart rate high. So, just walking for about 40 minutes. I went 3 nights in a row. And then my right knee just swelled like you wouldn't believe just because I haven't walked that much all at once in years.
How far were you walking?
Did about 4Ks.
What's 4Ks from your joint? Like,
Probably about 7-8 blocks.
no.
Yeah.
That's 4Ks.
Well, walking down them and then up and then down and doing basically.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far do you normally walk?
10. I do 10 a day.
That's pretty good. Yeah. All in one or a couple?
Just torch. Just had it
Is the
ready
10.
to go.
Oh, no,
10.
but I gradually built up to it. I started at like 2, then 4, and I just doubled every time.
Yeah, but I can see him walking to like 7-Eleven to get a coffee and
No,
a
no, I
donut.
don't.
Then walking.
Donut earned. Glazed.
With sprinkles. Do you have any strawberry glaze? No, I'm sorry, you're dead to me.
It's all right. I'll just get a chocolate bar, melt that down,
I guess
pour it
I'll
on
just
top.
settle
Don't
with
worry
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what got me? With Gene Hackman, right?
Yeah, they're saying it's maybe like suspicious.
Yeah, of course it is, man.
They reckon he was dead for 7 days or something?
9
before
days, I
they-
think the wife was dead because she was partly mummified
How
when
is
they
it
found
not
her.
suspicious if there's 2 bodies and a dog?
And a dog dead as well.
But then another 2 dogs were alive.
Yeah, running around outside. Yeah. But they're saying there was no carbon monoxide in their systems. Carbon monoxide will make sense because there's a leak and everyone dies in the
So
house.
if she was mummified, that means she would have died first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how does a dog die as well? And there's no signs of trauma. Like, so no one took him out.
It has to be poison, like food poisoning,
Did he have any kids?
and then the dog went and ate it.
Yeah. But no one had checked up on him apparently.
That's what I mean. You would think that. I don't know.
I go periods without contacting my parents.
I won't go.
Not too long, but there's
Maybe
you
not
can let
9
it slip.
days, but sometimes, you let it slip.
A week.
Yeah. it's
Oops,
not
I was
hard.
busy.
I was busy, yeah.
Time lost. Yeah, lost track of time.
Yeah. But the thing that got me was everyone's like, one of the quotes I read in the paper was, he was very healthy. Like, he was 95. Like, how healthy can you be at 95?
I mean, he looked good for 95.
Yeah, but it's like, he was doing Pilates and yoga from time to time. I'm like, but he's 95. Like, how?
I've seen some fit. No, like I've seen some fit. Like
John goes for a walk. A 95-year-old passes him.
you think you're better than me?
Just burning laps around him, man.
You know, when Captain America on your left, or is it on your right? You know, when he's overtaking you, on your right.
New Balance shoes.
I've seen some fit like
matching
95
tracksuits.
I've seen like a fit 92-year-old, like where they're moving fine and everything.
Yeah,
a couple.
It's
of
becoming more common.
Yeah,
see a lot more of them.
My mum's relatives were like that in Greece. They
There
were
was a
freaks.
100-year-old that was still sculling beers.
Sculling beers.
Yeah, it was like a 103-year-old on the news a few weeks back. She was like still sculling a beer a day.
Yeah, but hang on, man. There was that French goblin. Do you remember her? She was like the oldest woman ever. Someone get a phone out. Hang on. Wait a second.
I don't want to Google it. It sounds horrible. French and goblin. Jesus. What a combo.
2 weeks ago, we had a family friend whose mother passed away. 106.
French goblin. Hello, Peter.
What was that? What was that?
French woman, oldest in the world. Okay. Here we go.
What did she die from?
She was just everything. She had dementia, so
Just everything's
yeah,
compounding.
Okay, so
She was in the home and everything. Just
how would you pronounce his name? Jeanne.
Jean-Claude?
Jean?
Is it Jean? Yeah, Jean.
Jean.
Yeah, Jean-Louis Calment. I got no idea. Calma. I don't know. Some French.
She became Greek all of a sudden. Calma.
Super centenarian with a documented lifespan of 120 years, the oldest person ever whose age has been verified. Her longevity attracted media attention, medical studies of her health and lifestyle. She's the only person in history who's been verified to have reached the age of 20. According to census records, she outlived both her daughter and grandson, and in 88 she was widely reported to be the oldest living person. In 95 at 120, they declared the oldest verified person who have ever lived.
Yeah.
So, she basically lived a life of luxury.
Did she?
Yeah.
How do we know that?
Oh, because in lieu of a solid breakfast, she would either have coffee with milk or hot chocolate, and at noon her father would pick her up from school. She was a kid. This is when she was in primary school. She was drinking coffee and milk or hot chocolate. Picked her up from school to have lunch at home before she returned to school for the afternoon. So there you go, automatically eating better meals because you're not going to eat crap from school, even if it was a turn of the century. Hang on. Following years, she continued to live with her parents, awaiting marriage, painting, and improving her piano skills.
So piano, yeah. Noted.
In 1896, at the age of 21, she married a double second cousin. Their paternal grandfathers were brothers, and their paternal grandmothers were sisters. How the fuck does that work?
Wasn't it supposed to be the opposite of longevity if that happens?
Yeah.
But that's the kids. That's probably why the daughter.
So he had reportedly started courting her when she was 15, but she was too young to be interested in boys. The guy was an heir to a drapery business located in classic provincial style building in the center of somewhere in Paris. Blah, blah, blah. They moved to a spacious apartment above a family store, employed servants and never had to work. She led a leisurely lifestyle within the upper society, pursuing hobbies such as fencing, cycling, tennis, swimming, roller skating, playing the piano, and making music with friends. In the summer, they would stay somewhere. I'm not even going to mountaineering on a glacier. They'd hunt for boar and rabbits using an 8mm rifle. She had one kid, all right, and then she had one daughter, one son. That's it. The kids died, young. World War II. Here we go. World War II had little effect on her life. She said the German soldiers slept in her rooms but did not take away anything. That's it. That's literally it. She outlived everyone else. She signed a life estate contract to some mob, a civil law notary, and
Maybe just had good genes.
but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But she lived a life of luxury. Who wouldn't live to 122 if you lived a life of luxury? Never
Not
had to pay a bill in
necessarily.
their life.
Not necessarily, because a lot of people live a life of luxury, eat crap, and then they die young because of like heart attacks or. Look at how many celebrities die young from lives of luxury, drugs, alcohol.
Yeah, okay, but she was French. Like they typically have a decent thing, don't they? French.
Cognac.
Calm down. I'm sure she was.
Campon.
Gout.
She wasn't
Gout.
sitting there just drinking. Here,
Aren't they like the leaders in
Hang on.
gout?
Here. Health and lifestyle. Her health presaged a later record. On television, she said, "I've never been ill, blah, blah, blah." She had cataracts and then she had conjunctivitis. She was married at 21 and her husband's wealth allowed her to live without working. All her life, she took care of her skin with olive oil and a puff of powder. She had migraines in her youth. Her husband introduced her to smoking and stuff like that, but she did not smoke outside these post-meal occasions. She smoked into her elderly years until she was 117.
Gave it up just so she could get that.
So it sounds like this might be written by a tobacco company.
Menthol mousse.
Just needed one after the post meal. That's it.
She continued cycling until her 100th birthday. At around 100, she fractured her leg. She was able to walk, but she stopped cycling. That's it.
I mean, I can't cycle now, so for her to do that at 100, it's pretty impressive.
Okay, daily routine. After admission to the nursing home that she was in, almost 110 years old, she followed a highly ritualized daily routine. Requested to be woken at 6:45, started the day with a long prayer at her window, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes loudly asked for the reason for her longevity and why she was the only one to be still alive in her family. Seated in her armchair, she did gymnastics wearing a stereo headset. Her exercises included flexing and stretching the hands, then the legs. Noted that she moved faster than the residents who were 30 years younger. Her breakfast consisted of coffee with milk and rusks.
And what?
Rusks.
That was rusks.
Like paksimadya.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bix?
Yeah.
Little dried bread.
Dried breads,
yeah.
dried wheat rusks,
Yeah.
Braised beef, didn't like boiled fish, had dessert with every meal. She would eat fried and spicy instead of bland foods, daily fruit salads, and enjoyed chocolate, eating like a kilo a week. After a meal, she smoked a cigarette, drank a small amount of port wine. She'd have a nap in the arvo, and then visit her neighbours, talk shit, and then they'd be eating, have a dart before going to bed at 10. So she sounds pretty Greek to me. Just her life of just eating crap,
Standing outside of your front of your
salads,
place,
having a dart.
watching everyone come by, have a chat,
Yeah, that's it.
rake some leaves.
Okay, but these things are skewed, man. Like she lived a life of luxury, never had to work. Imagine if you didn't have the stress of working. I'm not talking about being in the public eye either. Being a celebrity, being a rock star or being an actor or whatever, you're in constant scrutiny. You're constantly in the public eye, and you're still working. You still got work demands. They usually get hooked up on drugs because they can't sleep or because they've got they're always like traveling showmen, so they can't have families and regular rapport with people. You know what I mean? If you're living as a quiet billionaire or whatever, you wake up, do your own thing, no one bothers you. Zero stress.
But there is a slight scale to this as well, where you're working your ass off, there's negative effects, and then there's wealth, and that sort of slowly, like maybe it won't even out, but it slowly helps. Whereas everyone else over here, which is us, it's usually...
What do you mean? Hang on.
Like their wealth.
Explain it again.
So their wealth and the amount they work, it's not justified by the wealth. Like it doesn't make things better on the scale of, well, I'm working my ass off, killing myself, and here's the money. It doesn't even it out, but it definitely helps. Whereas every other...
You're talking about celebrities?
Celebrities, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Everyday people like us who are grinding and always going to stay probably lower middle class or lower class or just stick in middle class, it never really gets better.
No, it's a perpetual wheel.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. Your investments may get bigger, but it doesn't make a difference.
No.
Like I'm no closer now than I am to paying off my mortgage than I was 10 years ago.
You won't be more income rich
No.
than your means.
My
basically.
lifestyle's probably changed a bit, where my surroundings are nicer,
Yeah.
and I have a few more things for myself. But at the same time, I've never worked more than I'm working now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Every time you set the goalpost further back or make it bigger, it just compounds with more work. There's only so many hours in a day.
Yep.
The question is how much do you want to work as opposed to how much you want to have?
Yeah.
But where does it end?
When you die.
Didn't they say that in Joe Black? It was a quote. Something about that was life. It's actually a very good quote. Hang on a second. I was reading the trivia on it last night. Me, Joe. I feel like I need to watch it again just to understand.
Is there a little bit of a stale smell going on in here?
Yeah, there is.
Are you just realising that now?
No, I just didn't want to say anything in case someone's farted, but I feel like enough time has passed.
Oh, it's the first thing I said when I walked in.
Dude, I know as soon as I open the door, it just punched me in the face.
What is it?
No idea. I feel like it's moisture, like coming from like aircon or something. That's sort of
mold,
maybe, but it wouldn't. Dude, I was in here 2 weeks. I was in here 2 weeks ago, and it was fine. So what was in the last 2 weeks other than heat?
Just heat. It was all just hot. It's been hot. Yeah.
No, but
there was one day it rained.
Yeah, it was only one.
Yeah,
because it was humid as hell. Yeah, no. When I got here, I smelt it, so I emptied the bin, opened the door up, and I don't know. Maybe you should open the message. It wouldn't be mold.
I hope not. You don't want to be breathing that.
Yeah, but mold doesn't take effect that quickly.
It could be built up over time.
Yeah, but it wouldn't.
And if moisture is good enough.
Yeah, but we haven't smelt it at all.
It's not a mold smell, though.
It smells more like something died in the roof or something. I don't know. Look at his face. Light a candle. Where's the candle? Get the
bald lotion.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Put it under your nose. Rub some under your...
How content you are.
It's real creamy. I forgot how creamy this is. Oh, that's nice. All right, we're back.
And we're back.
Dude, it's about... Did you see last week Billy Joel was doing a concert and he fell over and took himself out?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was actually talking about this with the midweek rub as well. We're talking about how they just drag celebrities out forever. Billy Joel's 75 and he fell over during a thing and they're like, oh, I didn't see, he was walking noticeably with a limp after. It's like, he's 75. If my mum fell over...
Yeah, something's broken.
Yeah, something would take... Surely... There's they retire people in factories and shops because it's like, dude, you can't keep working.
Depends how contractually they're obliged.
Yeah, but at 75 and you're Billy Joel, one of the most successful artists of all time.
I have a contract that says he has to dance with a bow tie on. Look at, is it, the song to Grease?
Grease?
Yeah, the movie Grease.
Yeah.
That song, who's the singer? I forget his name.
Which song?
I know. Song. It's John Travolta.
What's his name? He was the one in Sopranos, and he was one of the New York bosses. And then they is it Philly, New York Phil, to get whacked? They're the one that OKs it? Butch? No, it wasn't Butch.
The little dude.
No, it was the one with the big pompadour. He was old.
Oh.
Is it Richie Val? No.
No.
Basically, he was doing a show in Vegas, and his mime, dude's like same thing in 92, comes out, song's going, and the word's already going, and he walks up, and then it's like delayed sync of him then catching up to the words.
Oh.
It's like, you shouldn't be performing, but he's probably got a contract that says he has to.
Yeah, but it was like Bruce Willis doing all those shitty DVD movies just because he knew his time was running out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at what point, isn't that abuse?
It is.
Maybe they need the money. I don't know.
How can you get to that point in your career and still need money?
Lots of celebrities
you do one movie, you get like 10 mil and you still need money?
Lots of celebrities get to those points and they need money.
Steeping the living shit out of these celebrities.
Yeah,
you can retire at 1. You can retire comfortably at 5. Where's the rest of the money?
I would say drugs, alcohol, good dining, poor investments.
Yeah, their mismanagement of funds is not...
Yeah.
It's not excusable.
Did you hear about that crypto company that got hacked, I think, a week or two ago?
Which one of thousands were you talking about?
They lost $1.5 billion.
Which one of thousands are you talking about?
What happened?
I don't know. Which one? I'm serious. Like
Any one of these that he's talking
this
about.
genuinely happens on the daily.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
As in what? A company will get hacked?
Oh, 100%.
They somehow, because they were moving the funds from something to then a wallet, and then they bring it back or whatever.
Okay, here's a question.
And they somehow managed to intercept it as it going.
Yeah.
I think it was an Asian dude that managed to do it.
Of course.
$1.5 billion.
Your money's mine!
All right, hang on. Wait a second. Just keep the racial epithets to a minimum for now.
Okay.
All right. That sounds Mexican, not Asian. Just making a point. So hang on. Traditional hacking of like bank accounts and shit, it's just acquiring of like credit card numbers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Or access to the bank.
Access to like your net bank.
Yeah.
Straight up, and you just start transferring money like a lunatic. Yeah. What's to do with the crypto? If like, how does that get hacked?
Look, I mean, specific case, I don't know about that one, but in general, it's pretty similar. Most people in crypto are pretty stupid. No, I'm just being like seriously honest. Most people in crypto are pretty dumb. I think the reason why they're in crypto in general, for a lot of them, not everyone, but for a lot of them, is that they probably failed real world stuff.
Really?
Yeah. And so what happens is there's a big thing about networking and partnerships, and it's huge. Everyone wants it. Everyone needs it because no one can really survive on their own in crypto. They need partnerships, they need exposure, marketing, and they need more and more and more. So what happens is people, like malicious actors, will go out and pretend to be these people that they need and want, and eventually they hit the right person, they get the right thing, and they'll probably somehow gain access. Now, I know people who have fallen for this, and they're like, "Oh, it will never happen to me," and they fell for it because someone messaged them and said, "Hey, I'm from this company, and I'm going to write an article. I've started writing the article. I just need to get more information off you. Can we do that?" Yeah, cool. Let's get on a call, and I'll walk you through what's going on. They get on a call. Everything feels legit. They're talking about it. He's asking questions. Everything's fine. And then he'll be like, "Look, what you can do is we need to submit the questions through our form. Can you do the form? Have you got the form?" "No, I don't have the form." "Oh, well, we need to get you onto the form quick. Just connect to this Discord server. Jump on Discord." "Okay, cool. Done. What do I do?" "Oh, well, I just need you to connect. Just press connect there. See how it says connect? We connect the form, sign it off, done." The moment you hit connect and you connect to the bot, that's it. You're finished. They've got full access to your computer, full access to every open session. So when you log into a website, it usually creates a session token. And that session token, like sometimes you might tick it and it says, "Remember me," or "Log me in for 30 days.
Yeah,
those are session
like
tokens. Like anything. But a lot of financial ones will log you out immediately. They won't allow you to stay logged in. And this is one of the main reasons. So they hijack the session token through your computer and they can access whatever tabs you've recently opened in the last 30 days or whatever's active. And once they do that, they can basically just access anything. They can access wallets, they can access funds, accounts, emails that have accounts. They can scour through your emails, find passwords that you've been sending around to yourself, and blah, blah, blah. That's the most common one anyway. There's plenty.
Lovely.
That's common.
I cracked it with my new phone, not my new phone, but my old phone. I started going through, like, obviously apps that I need to sort out, just looking for shit to back up, blah, blah, blah. And I was in an app that is commonplace. I can't remember what it was, right? Just something really, really regular. But within the app was an ad for some Vietnamese airline or something. I'm like, what is that ad doing in this app? Like, they're completely not related. This app should not have ads built in. It's not like an app that was free. It was like a proper licensed app. And I'm like, that ad should not be there. That is, like, something is fucked.
Yeah.
I went through my antivirus and there was one app that popped up and it was called Mail something, right? It was a mail app. I'm like, I don't remember installing a mail app. Like, how? I used the Gmail account standard because you can siphon everything through there now. Yeah? So I've looked at it again and it picked up this mail app as being like something. I'm like, how the fuck did that even get there? And I'm thinking maybe that's had something to do with the quick demise of my phone.
There has been a huge increase in hackers using ad space to hack people. Like, you click it by accident, redirects you, blah, blah. There's been a massive problem. And in fact, a lot of antiviruses now will pick up on something going wrong through those ads, and you'll see more and more alerts on ads because they're they're not regulated at all. Ads are not regulated at all. There's no law for them to be regulated. I think they were talking about trying to implement one, but you can get away with anything on an ad.
Oh, I've seen some of these ads coming through on YouTube now.
Now?
Well, for a while now, but like they go on about how like certain channels can't have to be like advertiser friendly, but they don't specify who the advertisers will be.
Yeah.
So like you're seeing certain ones that it's just like say like a miniature, or something for cars or whatever, just like sport oriented. You pop it on, and next thing you know, it's an ad for freaking, I don't know, just whatever, like straight up porn.
Usually it's financial invest
stuff.
Here,
like,
listen
what
to me,
does
buy
that have to do with this?
Yeah.
Normally the ad would be in relation to something.
Personalized to your algorithms.
I kept getting the Temu ad non-stop.
Yeah.
The one with the girl in front of the mirror. I got that for 2 months straight, as in every time I went to a video.
Get a free drone.
Yeah. That ad with the song, and then in the end, I actually clicked on, I don't want to see this ad anymore. Because I'm like, fuck, why don't I just block the ad? Like, I'm sick of seeing this fucking ad on my phone every 2 seconds, man. And now it's some other ad. Like, it's a death loop, man.
It makes so much money, it will just get worse and worse and worse. It makes so much money. Ads are it's just, yeah. I mean, South Park did an episode on it years and years and years ago.
Look, the second they figured out they could put a sticker on an athlete's uniform and sell ad space, that was the end of it. Yeah? You got boxers literally putting, temporary stickers on their backs while they're boxing.
Well, they tried to get away with it.
Why is this guy sitting up?
Do you remember the NBA thing? They tried to get away with it. They have full screen.
Why
full
is he
screen
come to
ads,
attention? This is scary now.
Post and pre-game, you get full screen ads while playing NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
why is he sitting
insanity.
up?
So this actually ties into a question I was going to bring up later on.
Here we go.
I can't believe you've actually brought up talking about ad space.
Very early on.
So I was watching a show, Ted Lasso. I started the second season. First season started really strong. Second season, 3 episodes in, I'm starting to question whether I want to keep watching it. Starts to get very, very preachy.
Typical.
Yeah.
Are we talking about DEI preachy?
Hardcore.
Okay.
Like, to the max.
What's the main character?
Ted Lasso.
I love how
Jason Sudeikis.
preachy. I love how preachy the word the what's it called? The definition of preachy.
It actually isn't preachy. It's more so preachy of DEI crap.
No, but what I was saying was the definition of preachy has changed and twisted through time. Originally, preachy affiliated it with like the Baptist preachers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you got preachy like what's it called, communists and shit like that. They get too involved in like socialism shit. Now preachy is like DEI. Like it's just the crowd keeps morphing. You know what I mean? Anyway, continue.
So, an episode came up where basically one of the players, he's Nigerian, and
it already doesn't sound right.
One of the other characters has become like a PR manager, and she manages to get him on an ad. And the ad is for their sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like an ad for a watch or whatever. And then basically he sends the article to his parents who live back in Nigeria. He's like, look, I'll manage to get you these tickets back soon.
All right, hang on.
I'll get you some tickets to come here.
Why is he laughing?
Oh, just in my brain.
What happened?
No, I'm just picturing the ad. He's wearing the watch. He's
the
like,
swatch.
You see this watch? This is my watch. And then you see this white dude in the background. That guy stole my watch!
Some woman in the background. So you have to pay for that.
So
starts bolting.
So then,
how many Russians? He's on his way to talking about a fictional story, and you're still finding ways to sabotage it.
it's about the ethics in sponsorship, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, his dad then replies a day later, and he goes, "I'm very disappointed in you because that company is owned by an umbrella company who apparently has destroyed like Nigerian waters for oil spills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And by you acting as a mouthpiece for them, I've lost, respect for you."
Yeah.
So then there's a whole thing about that in the episode. So my question is if you were like some sort of professional athlete and you are like something along those lines of like, where would you stand on like the ethical, I guess you could say, the ethical conundrum that is of sponsorship? How, like, would you just accept all sponsorships that were thrown at you, or did you do a bit of research, or would you do ads?
If I had any integrity, I'd look into it. If I had a family, I wouldn't give a shit.
Like, say, Gillette, okay? Gillette, you know.
Well, it's the best a man can get.
Exactly. They're a subsidiary of some other company, yeah?
As they
and
are.
that company apparently is like...
Why are you such a dickhead?
is responsible for like the amount of like habitats of orangutans destroyed to get palm oil. Palm oil is like one of the worst things to kind of the amount of livestock that like animal life that is destroyed just to get palm oil.
Yeah.
Like if they came to you, Gillette, and they would offer you, we want you to do an ad for shavers or something.
I'd shave my balls on camera.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just wondering.
And the reason I say this is because why not take their money if they say, oh, here's $30 million just to say our name or whatever? I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll take your money. I will never buy your product. I'll never support your product.
But you're expected to use their product whenever the opportunity comes.
No, well, I never use it. But for the camera, sure. But I think everyone is owned by someone else. And they're all terrible. You can't really win. But only the big boys support majority of the sports and stuff like that. You're always going to find something bad about one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering, like, the integrity of, if, like...
$30 million. $30 million.
What do you reckon?
That's a lot of kombuchas.
Kombuchas. On tap. What about you, Mr. Dim?
I was still trying to find here, but
I like how you're busting his balls about, like, talking while I'm trying to think, and you just completely zone out.
Wasn't zone, yeah.
What do you mean?
You didn't give him the time of day.
I was listening to what you were saying, you cockhead.
I don't know if I like you clean cut, by the way. You're too clean cut at the moment.
What do you mean?
I need you to look a bit more like a bum.
Yeah, I need you to go back to bummy. Overgrown hair here and there, and you're looking a bit too like you got yourself together. I don't like it.
So I'm in better shape than I was last time I saw you. I don't like it. You don't look too derelict enough. No, just watch it off my phone. Right? Because this is literally what we're talking about. That's why I'm finding it. I'm not being rude, you prick. I listened to everything you said, heard it. Why are you staring at me like that? Why? Do not, because I'm going to punch you both. Commercials. Yeah. All right. Haven't you ever seen Celtic Pride? Surely?
Yeah, but I can't remember it.
Man, these guys are so classy, I mean, there's no prize money here. They're just in it for the love of the game.
Exactly. I mean, like, you don't see Big Jim Fulton out there hawking chainsaws.
Hi, I'm Big Jim Fulton. When I'm out there cutting them, I reach for the best. Pick up the McCullough.
Hey, Big Jim Fulton.
Local hard.
Well, I can see, why he'd do that, because, McCullough makes a heck of a product, huh?
That just proves no one's above it, okay? What about you, doo-doo digger? If someone offered you $1 million to do a Tidy Bowl commercial, would you do it?
Well, I mean, in a case like that, that's a product that I use and I believe in. I suppose I would.
Tell me something. Why do you do all these commercials anyway? Oh, come on. You don't need the money. You know what I think it is? I think that you think that if we see your face on TV 1 million times a day, that we're going to love you.
I don't need your love.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I don't. And I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't do no more commercials than anybody else.
It's like Kanye West. Have you seen what he's selling now?
No.
You haven't seen it?
The Nazi t-shirts?
The swastika t-shirts. Yeah. Literally, swastikas on a fucking t-shirt.
People buying them?
Yes.
People are idiots.
But
I've said this for ages.
And people are saying, that's because he's not part of the system and he's read into, all that sort of shit. Khan's got no idea.
Yeah.
But someone said that exact thing on one of the YouTube comments, was like, that's because he needs to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And he needs people talking about him because he's that kind of a narcissist and he's insane. Yeah. But people are like, they've used swastikas for thousands of years. It's like, yes, but not in the context that this idiot's using.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a shame that they ruined, yeah.
All right. So,
anyway.
All right. Let's say you're Michael Jordan, you're Dim the Schmuck and Andy the Schmuck. And you...
The Schmuck Brothers.
Schmucks.
The Schmuck Brothers, yeah.
Surely that's a Mel Brooks thing somewhere. You know what I mean?
You're the Melbourne champions of local darts. Okay?
Digital or physical?
Physical darts.
Oh, physical darts, right.
And your celebration, when you win a game, you have a little zip pouch over your nipple that you unflap and you just kind of jiggle your...
I genuinely see that.
I'm setting the tone. So
I'm picturing dart champions. I'm picturing fat guys with ciggies.
Can I have double flaps?
If you want.
I'll have double flaps.
Okay, when you get a triple double, then you can go to the double nips. Anyway, I'm just trying to set the tone. Let's say you're up for big advertisement like Nike's that are going to give you $10 million for shoes. But let's just say, I don't know.
I don't think the Schmuck brothers are going to make any money with his nipple tassels out.
I disagree.
You never know.
The tassel company may come.
A2 Milk approaches you. You know? Because they say set the nipples with the milk. Okay?
I like it.
And they go,
well, in this DEI society, yes.
They'll give you $50,000.
I'll take it. Is that per nip? Or is that
when you have a milk moustache on TV?
He's already spent the money. They'll give you $50,000. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
But they'll give you 50 grand to go an ad on the online on an ad. I almost said newspaper. On an ad online to have milk moustaches saying
like
I drink
the Got
8
Milk campaign of the 80s and
something
90s.
like that.
Okay.
But then, someone turns to you, your parents turn to you and go, oh, did you know that they actively send money to, to Israel that bombs Palestine?
That's a shame.
That's a shame. That was the wrong one to say.
That was the wrong one to say because you're picking a pro-Israel crowd here. I mean, not even pro-Israel, but just, yeah.
Or just something in general, like A2 gives money, because that's environmental, like that was in the show.
Make it relevant to us, man. Come on.
They want to have the rainbow moustache. They want to have the moustache that you wear in the ad to have rainbow colours.
I could care less. That's fine.
All right.
Let me have a think here, because I am a little disappointed on that one. Would I still wear the rainbow milk moustache?
Yes.
Would I?
Yes.
Why?
For 50 grand.
That's not a lot of money.
As much as he won't make it any number. Okay.
But this is the point.
Would any number sway your opinion?
Let me take my shorts off and have a think.
Oh my God. He's wearing rainbow shorts.
I knew coming prepared today was a fucking win.
And you know what? The thing that kills me is no one's ever going to see those shorts besides maybe your missus, but you had to expose us to them to make your stupid point.
All right, let's not say rainbow shorts. Let's say...
rainbow shorts! At least once a year,
I had the feeling
you have to take your pants off for something.
I had the feeling.
To do it. Well, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to even be something that you agree or disagree with. It's just something that they do that affects a lot of people.
Ruffles, for whatever reason.
Okay, gets on camera to do an ad about how the swastika should be implemented in more...
But it's not them. It's just the integrity, basically. That's what I'm getting at. Would you just accept money to do an ad regardless?
I feel like we already do anyway.
Anything over
you think so?
I think anything over 100 grand I'd suck a dick for.
And he's basically naming his price.
Now, if that's the line...
He's naming his price.
We could probably work with that. You know what I mean? Anything above that's probably going to be okay.
You know what's funny is the midweek rub episode I did last week with the guys. We were talking about set your price for putting yourself in a rubber room for a year. No, like what is the price? And they were going up and down about it. It was hilarious. Now you're coming from a different angle. This is on a political perspective.
Oh, it can be political, can be environmental, it can be whatever.
Something that doesn't go. The guy. Okay, you know what? It's like Pancake Parlor. The founders were all Scientologists.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you still eat the pancakes knowing that money's going to Scientology? I don't give a shit.
It's a dog shit product. I wouldn't touch it anyway.
Back then, man, there were no other options for pancakes.
Oh, back then, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'd still eat it.
I don't even know there were pancake parlors still left.
Malt milkshakes.
They're everywhere.
They've shut them down.
Shit was classic.
Dandy closed down. Jam Factory closed down.
They just opened one in Southland.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, but there's always one in Southland, wasn't there?
No. They just opened it. In the movies.
Yeah, actually, no.
A couple of years back now.
Yes. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, but the one at fucking...
Fuck, Jam Factory was iconic.
Jam Factory was one of the originals, man.
Yeah,
it was sick. The one at Century City in Glen Waverley, that one was good. The one, further down.
Wait, they closed that one?
Yeah. It was down for COVID. I'm pretty sure they never reopened it.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't been that way in ages, man, since I moved anyway. Anyway, to answer your question, it would have to be on what degree, right? If the company itself is literally a shell company for a company that's committing mass genocide in Syria.
But that's every company.
Yeah, would genocide be your line?
It'd have to be something...
Depends on the people.
It'd have to be something pretty, freaking... do you know what I mean?
See this line on the world map? Anything over here is okay.
Tim, why is there a skin colour on the line?
Okay, think about it like this, yeah? The Woolies, right?
Yeah.
Those vultures, they created the milk wars and ran the price of milk down to the ground because they were selling $1 a litre milk, right? All of a sudden, the dairy farmers are up the arse. They started slamming them with the pricing wars of, fruit and veg and all that shit. Then when the droughts hit, they came back out and said, donate to the cause. And I lost it at a teller. I've said this multiple times on the pod. I lost it at a cashier because she tried to get me to donate to the farmers' appeal. I'm like, you pricks are the ones that ran them into the ground to begin with. They're vultures. They're absolutely...
Do you know more than that cashier would ever know? Those people have no idea. I
didn't blame the cashier. I wasn't
I was going to say, jeez.
But I made the point of no, I'm not going to donate because this is ridiculous.
A simple no answer would have sufficed.
He gets the... Are you sure? No.
Okay, so she'll just say no.
So you're not sure.
That's it. I'm good.
No. It would have to depend on the severity of the thing. But typically speaking, you'd be hypocritical like those fucking idiot protesters that complain about either vegan, whatever their thing of the day is. It's like, dude, I said it once to a vegan. Okay, your phone that you spend all day on, posting your retweets of bullshit. Okay, where was it created? In a warehouse in the other side of the planet, in a sweatshop where kids are getting paid 80 cents an hour to put it together, on a field where it must have been nothing but free animals which they raised in order to build the factory.
Speaking of animals, it smells like one's dead in here.
I told you, that's probably what I reckon it is.
I feel like it's getting worse.
I can't smell it.
I'm used to it now because I've been here since 12.
I'm used to it now, yeah.
Dude, I've been here since 12. It hit me for the first half an hour, then I
feel like it's definitely getting...
It's got to be something in the roof, man.
Are you sure someone's not over there? Dead?
What, Gene Hackman specs?
Nothing suspicious.
Nothing suspicious.
Something's definitely... It's growing.
All right, man. What do you want me to do?
I don't know if it's getting worse or because of the cream.
Did you put... is that what that white thing is on there?
Yeah.
I think it was a sticker.
I'm getting a sniff every couple of minutes. I can't. I'm very sensitive to smells.
Well, your attitude stinks.
Thank you. I try very hard, actually.
Anyway, to answer your question, there's a line.
Yeah.
All right? Where the line is, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been put in too many circumstances like that yet.
But that's what I'm just asking. Do you
line,
think there is a line, or do you think you'd look into it, or do you think you just accept everything?
Any of these athletes that come out pushing a product like shoes or something, they want to get on a cause as a face for a nice charitable donation. It's like, dude, your high tops were fucking getting made in China. Are you serious? Ethical warehousing and sourcing. Ethical sourcing, such a joke, man. They're still building.
Well, it was, remember how I had mentioned it about the World Cup last time? I think it was Roy Keane. Yeah, I think it was Roy Keane.
What?
Well, he had turned around. It was some announcer anyway in the UK had turned around. He was like, slamming the crap out of Qatar because of the World Cup.
The human rights records.
No, it wasn't the human rights. They couldn't care less about that. It was because, it was just illegal to be gay. In Qatar.
Homosexual.
Yeah, because they all came out
bagging it. But then at the same time, the very channel they were on, Sky Bet, is owned by Qatari,
and
company.
The fact that those stadiums got built by Bangladeshi workers
no, they didn't care about that. That wasn't an issue. It was just a pure issue.
Standard.
Yeah.
The average person, the average wokist has got no fucking idea.
And you know why? Because people are idiots.
Yes,
100%. That's never taking away that human factor of stupidity, man. Ever.
Now, continuing off stupidity. So I'm hijacking this a little bit.
Pivot, go.
talking about idiots, do you think it was an idiotic reaction to Mr. Sheargold's comments in the last week?
I knew it was going to come to this.
There's some big talking points today, isn't there?
Thank you.
We haven't even started yet.
I knew it was going to come to that. I just didn't know when you were going to pull it out.
From my understanding, the offence was taken because he said he didn't want to watch women's sports.
The offence was that
not
he said...
endometriosis is not a thing. That's not what offence was taken with.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I know what endometriosis is. What was it?
He said that's not a thing. It's not real.
He said it wasn't real.
That's real.
I don't think he was being serious.
There was more offence taken to the fact that he would rather put a nail through his dick than watch women's sports.
Yeah, that I didn't quite understand. Because I messaged a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
Who is a woman, does play sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, and has played soccer as well.
Yeah.
Like, for a league, semi-professional, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I sent her... I'm a dickhead. Like, I said, I shit-canned the Women's World Cup and the WNBA many times over the last year. Absolutely unfair that I haven't been cancelled yet. I think it's ridiculous. Not that this is what pisses me off.
He lost his job and sponsorships.
This is what pisses me off, all right? I mean, okay, should we get the actual quote up of what he said? Hang on. Sheargold's comments. Fuck. Have you ever seen him as a comedian? Like
not a stand-up, no. I like him on...
Have you been paying attention? Yeah. All right. This was the ABC one. With Marty Sheargold off the air over Matilda comments, we're still left with 2 questions. Do you want the 2 questions?
Can we sleep now at night? And can we walk the streets safely?
So the men who laugh along, yeah, and inconsistent responses, blah, 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 right? So the actual comment, hang on, where is it? I love this photo. I love that they always use a photo of him looking like,
Yeah, of course.
Like he's got out of bed.
Like a putz.
Yeah, like he just looks angry or he's got red eyes. Yeah, something like that. It's like, yeah, man, because he was one of Australia's most beloved comics for like a decade, but he had the most popular morning show. But no, now he's an animal. Hang on, what's he said here? Oh, so I've done... What are you doing?
He's sick of the...
Oh, I just don't want it to dry on the mic.
Okay, so I've done...
Why don't you just put it on your moustache here?
I don't want that shit to touch me. I don't know what's in it.
Okay.
Why do you think I gave it to him?
I've done my back. It's no secret over the last couple of days. I can't hide it anymore. I've got a heat pack behind my back, which is very comforting. Thank you to the executive producer, blah, 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 for bringing her period heat pack here because God, don't ladies carry on. Jesus Christ, there's no end of it. Honestly, endometriosis and this controversial blah, 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 blah. And then someone said, can it? He's like, no, I'm going to say that it's controversial. Endometriosis is made up. That's his first thing. Okay. And then...
what if it was a conspiracy of all the women in the world just so they could have like a couple of days off? Yeah. Imagine if it was. Okay, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying imagine.
Cancel.
So his joke about the Matildas was, it's that they reminded him of year 10 girls. So do you know what they remind me of? Year 10 girls. All the infighting and all the friendship issues. The coach hates me and I hate the bloody training and Michelle's being a bitch. Now, I'm sorry to undermine the whole sport, but that's what I think of it, so you can stick it up your ass. That's it. That's the comment. And then he said he would rather put a nail through his penis than watch women's sport.
All right, well, let's break that down. That's a lot to take in.
Okay. So, the endometriosis thing, yeah, that's stupid, right? It's not a conspiracy. It's a real thing. I've known people that have had it. It's very, very painful. It's debilitating, quite frankly.
How do you get through it each month, Tim?
Me? I actually don't talk to those people anymore.
It's the best way.
No, the one person I can think of, the one person I can think of that had it really bad, they're actually not part of my life anymore. They were like a partner of a friend sort of thing. Anyway, the women's thing,
the sport
itself, putting a nail through your penis rather than watching.
That was just a bit of flavour, I think.
That's flavour at the end. I'd probably say the same thing about the World Cup. We did.
Yep. But all right, let's break this down.
I'd watch women's tennis with no real issue. I wouldn't watch the World Cup though. Because we've been over this before. The level of skill in those sports is not there.
So there's a
table tennis, dude. Table tennis, it's unreal.
There's a video that's now made the rounds of a 10-year-old boy.
No, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ripped a professional soccer player.
Yeah. He stalled the guy on left, right, and then pulled it back and kicked the goal.
Yeah.
if you want to argue that, dude, pull it up. Like, you're not going to...
Should we break down, like, the pros and cons of the sports, or, like, why we feel that way? Or?
Yes. Okay, we have done this before, but we'll do it again just in light of Sheargold's comments, right? The money that they've thrown at these professional athletes when the skill level can clearly be superseded and surpassed by teenagers of the opposite sex makes the point in itself. Case in point, how can you have an under-15s kid playing at the Oakley Cannons, right, getting paid nothing, when he can go out on the field and take out the entire Matildas team on his own with two mates? Do you know what I mean? The hysteria over... It's like, dude, you could be king of the universe, but if that universe is against other people that have got half the skill of, you know, Bush League players, who gives a shit?
Well, it's essentially like no one's in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well done. I said that we said it on record. I said, I'm out of shape, but I played soccer for years, right? I played futsal and all that sort of shit. It was competitive as fuck. I'm out of shape. That's the one plus that these women players have got straight off the bat, right? That they're fit and I'm not. Probably run for 5 hours straight. I'd puff out after 2 minutes, right? I'm not saying I'm a good soccer player, but you can take any of the guys that we went to school with that played soccer. Take my friends that still actively play organised league soccer. Yeah? If they can physically play against women and beat them, what does that make the women? Still better because they got contracts for, you know.
Well, and then it defines what the word professional starts to mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, dude, take darts, right? That's a gender-neutral
Not
sport.
hard on darts today, are we?
No, it's an example. It's a gender-neutral sport, right? Where it's like archery.
Darts,
Archery's
pool.
another one. Yeah?
Anything that doesn't require physical strength.
The physical element of it, yeah? You watch the WNBA replays, and you're like, are you for real? Like, Angel Reese is garbage, yeah? Oh, she hit a double-double. Dude, she was catching her own rebounds because she just couldn't make a shot.
But they broke that down. They proved that. Yeah, they proved that fake. Yeah, just
like she got 20 rebounds.
Because, like, traditionally, when you play a match, if it's a close one, they'll play the best plays in the last couple of minutes. But if it's a crappy game, like there's a blowout, they rest the better players.
Yeah.
So, but what was happening was her team was blowing out the other team, and they still put her on just so she could pad her numbers.
Yeah.
And they figured that out straight
and it's
away.
like, yeah, she's getting 20 rebounds a game. Yeah, but 18 of them are because she's missing layups and she's catching her own ball.
No one marks her when she goes
No
for
one
a
marks
three.
her. And that's what they were saying. They're like, how much of a liability are you if there's three players in front of you and no one's coming up to you because they know you're not going to shoot and score?
Yeah.
Yeah? LeBron James Jr. started copping that, right? Because of the nepotism of Bronny James playing. But he's actually a good player, but he's just not there yet because he hasn't developed the way he should have. But he's getting confidence. He's actually nailing threes now. People are freaking out.
I was about to say he just needs confidence. Yeah.
And you can't blame him. His old man got him on because he wants to complete this thing in his head of playing with his son, which is, all right, whatever. Use your power to do it. If he went through the G League and built up in 2 years' time, it'd be like a gun.
There's also a bad, historically, there's a bad thing of trying to live up or living in the shadow of.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
It's a hard thing to bypass mentally.
Well, they've got Thingo now. They should win it easy.
Who? Oh, yeah. Donkeys, whatever.
Do you hear about that?
What about it?
So that whole situation was pretty weird too. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Anyway,
but yeah.
So going back to the whole Sheargold thing, right? The endometriosis thing is something you can can him for, right? That's a stupid thing to say, blah, blah, blah.
But do you think he meant it, or do you think he was just being an idiot and joking
I don't know.
around?
I didn't hear the context of it, right? Regardless, okay, it's you draw the line somewhere, right? But the comments regarding the Matildas, calling them year 10 girls...
Well, comics don't draw the line.
I know. Calling them year 10 girls was probably stupid, right? You can just say they're being idiots. And
stupid but hilarious.
Yeah, but...
Was he talking about the way they play or the way they carry on as a team?
The way they carry on as a team.
When they're not playing.
The attitude.
The attitude.
Yeah.
Well,
you could have just said... See, that's the thing. I know what his intent was. He's just saying they're unprofessional. They need to grow up.
Yeah.
That's all he's saying.
Yeah.
It's the choice of words he used which makes him look like a misogynist and belittling la la la. You're a dickhead, right? If you just looked at what he was actually saying, which was, and I could give a fuck about Sheargold. Look, it makes no difference to me. But what he was actually, his point is that they're carrying on like children. They should be playing like professionals. Totally agree. As in, I don't even know what the situation. I don't even know what the situation is regarding the Matildas. I don't follow it. But if that's what I get out of it, well, he's just saying that they carry on like unprofessionals. That makes sense. His choice of words?
Because apparently they're not playing well at the moment or something.
Yeah, they're getting terrible.
Has your neighbour approached you anymore since the World Cup and said he's been enjoying watching the soccer? The female soccer? Remember? You were saying you ran into a neighbour and you go, oh yeah, it's crap, and he...
Oh, no, I moved building.
Oh, that's...
and he just left rather than deal with him again. So
he left the entire apartment. Just so he doesn't have to talk to me.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with these people. Like he moved in with Nazis and he's like, nah, I can't do this. I got to get out. This guy watches women's
I'd rather
sport.
live in Pizzagate.
Yeah, he would rather live with pedophiles than people that enjoy women's sports. No. But that's the point.
Yeah.
If his comment was they're being unprofessional, think about it. If he was a sports commentator, right, and it was what's that pretty boy? The guy that's like the Australian Richard Gere, the soccer player that always talks shit. He had a fight with Postecoglou.
Oh.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Hang on. Australian soccer commentators.
There's a few, isn't there?
I keep forgetting his name, but my mate Archer used to always call him...
He's Foster. Craig Foster.
Craig Foster, that's it. Yeah, the Australian Richard Gere. Yeah, if it was Craig Foster saying... he's a fuckwit. I can't stand him. But if it was him saying the Matildas are being unprofessional right now, they need to get their internal issues sorted out, no one would say anything. Sheargold saying they're acting like a bunch of Year 10 girls, well, you can take what you want from that. He's insinuating that Year 10 girls are highly emotional and act like children. Yeah, so where's the bad? Like, but you know what I mean? Without getting cancelled, I'm not going to start backpedaling. I'm just making the point. That's clearly what he was trying to say. He just chose different set of words.
Yeah.
Right? But if Craig Foster said it, or take anyone, take any high-profile Australian women commentator that said, take Helena Dokic or something, right? Who's a tennis thing. If they just brought her in as an analyst for soccer, or Zelic's, whatever, Zelic, I can't forget her fucking first name. If she said the Matildas are acting unprofessional, they need to get their internal issues sorted out, no one would have a problem. Sheargold said that they're acting like a bunch of Year 10 girls, obviously high emotional. Yeah, that's the problem?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Like, I can name a dozen commentators that have all made racist comments about wogs and shit. Nothing happened to them. Dawn Fraser's still walking around. How come she hasn't gotten cancelled? You know what I mean? I don't know. Is it just me?
No.
And what was the other comment? Oh, yeah, that he would rather put a nail through his penis than watch women's sport. I don't see it.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I know. There are women's sports that I watch. There's women's sports that I don't watch. Yeah. Soccer's one of them.
Some are unbearable to watch and some are bearable.
WNBA, can't stand it. Tennis.
Women in wrestling.
I'll watch it. Oh, yeah, women in wrestling.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Even UFC starting to get a lot better.
Yeah. But
UFC,
the skill is actually there. Like, the level of skill in the UFC, women fighters, there is a level of skill. They don't go out there and just start
slapping each other
like, because that's how men fight that don't know how to, have never done combat sport or whatever as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can tell, what makes me laugh, man, because I did martial arts for like 8 years, right? It wasn't fucking Van Damme, but what it did teach me was hand-eye coordination and being able to use your body as, like, to strike.
And proper technique,
Technique, exactly. Form and technique. That's what it teaches you. Discipline, form, and technique. I love Taekwondo. Taekwondo is my favorite martial art because it's kick-based, right? So there's a lot of kicks. There's a lot of high kicks and, like, a lot of energy and shit like that, right? As opposed to, like, slower, more form-based shit, right? Karate is more like punches, really like active punches and shit like that. I used to love when people would try and spar with me, like cousins and whatever, and you get them to try and do a side kick. They've got no idea what they're doing. No coordination, no balance.
It is considerably more difficult to kick and get good at kicking properly than punching.
Exactly.
Hands down.
But I was like 12 and I was kicking boards at like grading and stuff because you had the right technique.
Yeah.
You could swivel and pivot and balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Women's UFC is there. The striking is there. It's not like they're running in and just slapping each other like, untrained men would do either.
Yeah.
Right? But dude, WNBA, get real, man.
Yeah. It's dog shit.
Yeah. And the proof of that is women don't even watch the WNBA.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want? For 20 years, the product has consistently lost money, despite the fact that they market it
No, it's misogynist.
It'd be interesting to see the attendance records after the World Cup. How the trend of the attendance records.
Oh, if people are still following it.
Yeah.
And see, I've got no problem with...
No, it's bandwagon... it's bandwagon... What do you call it?
Yeah, bandwagon supporters.
So supporters.
Yeah, armchair supporters.
No, because they're there when...
They're both.
Yeah, but it's there, like the tune-ins and the attendance from the World Cup, straight after the World Cup to now, like to see if it's been steady, if it's gone down, or if it's declined completely.
See, dude, I know women that have played soccer specifically for the last 10 plus years, right?
Yeah.
Or like finished now because they're in their 30s, but during their 20s, they're actively playing in grassroots teams, actively playing cricket, like involved, yeah? I have no problem with a league existing. I have no problem with it being there. Let it become like, and I get they haven't had organised sport for as long as men do, so the skill level may not be there where it should be in comparison. But do not try and tell me that it's the same.
No.
The product is not the fucking same.
Yeah. No.
You can't force me to get behind it if I don't. Okay.
Exactly.
I have finite hours where I'm not working, sleeping, putting money towards it. Dude, I haven't paid my Carlton membership yet. So they don't deserve it. I'm waiting. To have a bit extra money. I'm like, nah, I'm going to pay my bills this week. I'm not paying Carlton. Because the whole plan is sketchy. No, but and I go to games, but I'm disgusted at the state of the team.
And that's I guess you can look at that as an educated decision that you make on how you spend your money and time. Yeah. And is it worth it? And everyone just does the same thing. Is it worth your time and money? No, then don't support it. Simple as that. If it might be able to get to a level where it is worth your support, but it's definitely not there yet. No way.
But that's the point. Don't pretend like it is.
Yeah. Or don't pretend that we just simply don't want to support it because they're females. That's not what it's about.
It's got nothing to do with that.
It's a sport, and sport comes down to technique, perfection, professionalism. You're lacking all of them.
There are thousands of sports and thousands of organised leagues out there that you'd never even heard of in your entire life. Yeah. Doesn't mean I have to support any of them.
Exactly.
It's not a political party. It's the truth. Yeah. It's not a political party. A lot of money goes to this shit. It's like, dude, I don't deny that the league should exist, but don't pad it up like it's, that's so much better than the men. It's like, are you fucking kidding, man?
I will support the Paralympics before I support.
Oh, dude,
watching anything else at this point.
What's his name? The Aussie, the fucking tennis player. Actually, you know what? There we go. There's something that you can segue into, like this next thing that I want to talk about, right? Australian, hang on. What's his name? We were talking about him a while back at work. Dylan Alcott. Yeah? Surely you've seen him before.
Yeah.
I don't know the names, but I'll probably know him by sight.
Yeah, this guy. He's all over like TV every time something comes up. He's in a wheelchair. He's a Paralympian.
He's run in multiple sports too, yeah?
This guy.
Yeah,
he's a commentator at the Australian Open, right? He came up in 2020. Well, he was doing an interview or something on TV, and me and guys at work were standing around having smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'd start talking about him. I go, man, this guy, right? Former wheelchair tennis player, former wheelchair basketball player, radio host, actor, foundation founder, business owner, and motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Age 17, became the youngest rollers. He won a gold medal winner at the Beijing Paralympics, right?
Yep.
And he was the youngest to compete in the wheelchair basketball competition. 2014, returned to wheelchair tennis with an aim of participating at the 2016 Rio Paralympics, in which he won gold medals at the men quad singles and doubles. Named the 2016 Australian Paralympian of the Year. Dude, he's the only man to complete the Golden Slam in quad singles, so winning all 4 majors and the Paralympics in 2021. Also won a separate non-calendar year Grand Slam in quad singles between 2018 and 2019. Also, the only man to complete the Grand Slam in quad doubles, winning all 4 major titles in 2019. Then, he also hosted the weekend afternoon radio show on Triple J and the ABC Live music show, alongside his career, as well as being a commentator at the 2019 Australian Open. He was also a member of the Footy Show in 2019 until it got cancelled. 22, he was named Australian of the Year and was made an Officer of the Order of Australia. He also had a portrait of his. It was a finalist and one in the Archibald Prize. Dude, the guy, what hasn't he done?
Yeah. And that's what I mean.
And on top of that, he's like started foundations. He was like doing TV presenting at the Invictus Games.
And you know what?
Blah, blah, blah.
I wonder if his career paid him more than what they get paid.
Dude, he's got a commerce degree at uni. He got a commerce degree through Melbourne Uni. He works as a motivational speaker, as a host on Triple J. In his spare time, goes to hosts and like MCs music festivals and shit like that. You know what I mean? He launched a music festival that was a university accessible music festival, as well as like quiet areas for people with sensory disabilities and interpreters. Yeah, and what's it called? He's written autobiographies. He's done audio books. He's done like all types of shit. I'm like, what a career, man! The guy can't walk.
Yeah. On top of his professionalism within sports.
Yeah.
All on top of.
But at the end of the day, who do you reckon's going to get the most press? Period.
Well, that's it.
Sam Kerr or this guy?
Yeah. I guarantee you most people don't know who Alcott is.
Sam Kerr.
Yeah. Because, you know, she got off. She's not guilty, so everyone's off that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
You can't bring it up anymore.
Are you fucking kidding? Are we forgetting that she's 75% white?
Yeah, she is, isn't she? Yeah.
Her father's half Indian.
It's convenient.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Because she represents everyone. Are you fucking kidding, man?
But the whole point was she vandalized something, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't what she was actually being like held for. It was
abusing.
Well, that's the UK as well for you.
Everyone was on that, man.
Yeah.
But dude, the Norcott, freaking Australian of the Year, should be Australian of the Century, man. No one will ever hear of him, but dude, Sam Kerr. Yeah.
It'd be pretty close up there with Paul Hogan, though.
Paul Hogan, what a sick cunt. Anyway, that tied in. I was
go.
No, go.
No, I have nothing else.
No, I was literally going to say.
I'm done here. Keep going.
I was going to say, I was looking at biographies of people and just how accomplished some people actually are that you never hear about.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't get pandered to. You guys ever read about Christopher Lee? You know, the horror movie guy?
Oh, yeah. That guy's just
Have you ever
hard.
seen his biography?
Yeah.
No, like, honestly.
Yeah,
Not his biography, but I know a lot about it. Yeah.
My God, man. I was reading about it. Christopher Lee achievements, yeah? When I mean stacked, dude.
It's actually unfathomable to think of how much that man's achieved in his lifetime.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah.
Okay, so he lived, how old was he? 2022 to 2015, so it was like 90-odd, late 80s, right? Mm-hmm. He was 93 when he died, okay? This guy, hang on a second. So he was born in London, all right? His old man was in the army. His mother was a countess. His old man fought in the First World War, right? And his mother was an Edwardian beauty. It was painted by like famous painters during that time. His great-grandfather was a political refugee. His great-grandmother was an opera singer, right? His parents separated at 4, so he's already got like a disenfranchised childhood. It's not like he grew up in like the most stable household.
He's got the handicap.
Yeah, right. He's coming out with a handicap, straight up, right? So his mother takes him to Switzerland, enrolls in like an academy, and starts acting, right? Family moves again, yada, 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 all right? Ian Fleming become, through marriage, Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond novels, all right, becomes Lee's step-cousin. When he's 9, he gets sent to a prep school, applies for a scholarship at Eden. That his poor math skills meant that he was placed 11th, like in the whole sort of testing thing. So he missed out on being like a King's Scholar by one place. His stepfather was not prepared to pay for the higher fees, so instead he went to Wellington. So he won scholarships in classics, studying ancient Greek, yada, yada, yada. He was a passable racket player and a fencer and a competent cricketer. 17, drops out of school because old man's gone bankrupt. There's no immediate opportunities for this guy during summer as he's finishing up and all that sort of shit. Stops in Paris, stays with a friend, witnesses the last execution by guillotine in Paris. All right. It's arranged that he stays he's in Menton. So he stays after his sister's left, but with Europe on the brink of war, he returns to London and he works as an office clerk. Serves in the British Armed Forces during the Second World War. Second World War breaks out, enrolls in the military academy, volunteers to fight for the Finnish army against the Soviets, such and such and such. So he's working in the military, appeared in over 250 movies, was appointed a commander of the Order of the British Empire, made a Knight Bachelor, received the Academy Fellowship, Held the Guinness Book of Record for the tallest actor in leading role for his role of Frankenstein. Most screen credits for a living actor. Most films with a sword fight by an actor. Was involved in the partisan resistance movement in World War II. Decorated for battlefield bravery by Czech, Yugoslavian, British, and Polish governments.
There's two stories that I like about him. They were two of my favourite stories. One of them is apparently like when he was serving in World War II. I don't know if this is one of the embellishments, I don't know. But basically, he was one of the members of like the Black Ops teams, pretty much. And they got given like membership numbers to say who they were. And like to carry that showed like a lot of weight and how like important you kind of were.
Yeah.
But you don't just flip it out to show anyone. And apparently he could still go to bases like 50 years later where they don't admit anybody in. Like, you know, what are you doing here, Codger? And he just like, I'm here to see so-and-so. I'm like, do you have any ID or whatever? And he just whip out this badge ID. They'd recognize it of like the importance of it. Like
the valor.
Just go through.
Yeah.
And never got stopped once.
Dude, he spoke both French and Italian, spent his time after World War II hunting Nazis with the Central Registry of War Criminals. He started acting at 25. He's done all this before 25.
And the other one, which you're going to know, is my favourite, where in Lord of the Rings, because he plays the bad guy, he plays Saruman in Lord of the Rings, and spoiler alert, after 30 years, he dies. But basically, the way Peter Jackson had directed the way he should die, he actually corrected him on that, and he goes, "When a person is stabbed in the back, this is what they actually.
Here it is.
This is what they actually sound like."
During his death scene in Return of the King, only included in the extended edition to Lee's disapproval, director Peter Jackson was describing to him what sound people getting stabbed in the back should make. Lee gravely responded that he'd seen people being stabbed in the back and knew exactly what sound they made.
So they corrected it.
He spoke fucking 6 languages, played golf.
That's the coldest thing ever, man.
He was a fucking opera singer. He was an oldest metal performer. He made a metal Christmas album. That's what I forgot.
Yeah.
Oldest musician to ever hit the Billboard music charts. Dude, Order of the British Empire, Commander of the Venerable Order of St. John, Commander of the Order of Arts and Letters by the French government, British Academy Film and he won the BAFTA. Like, dude, is the most connected actor in 2008 and virtually connected any actor in 2.59 steps, beating Kevin Bacon's 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Dude.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's absolutely unreal.
It's absolutely
and
insane.
And the fact that he still acted. When he did Lord of the Rings, he was late 70s, was it?
Yeah, he was old, man.
He was old. Like, incredible.
Yeah. And then you got, like, Arnie. Remember the whole Bill Burr thing about could you reach the level echelons of Arnie's career? Arnie started in post-Soviet Austria.
Yeah.
World War II Austria. His old man was linked to the Nazi party. Started lifting weights. Was undersized as a kid. Becomes famous, like, doing bodybuilding. Moves to LA on a whim. Like, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Breaks into the scene. Becomes Mr. Olympia, a record like 5 times or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Takes up acting. Can't speak English. Yeah.
You still haven't seen Hercules in New York, have you?
Nah.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah.
That's his first movie.
I know. Starts acting.
His role.
Becomes the biggest blockbuster actor Hollywood's ever seen at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, still, even now, Rock's the only one that's more bankable, guaranteed. You know what I mean? And then, what does he do? Smashes that. Decides to get into local government. Fucking becomes governor of the most powerful state in the country, in the world's most powerful country. Look at nothing.
Yep.
No problem. And marries a Kennedy. Bill Burr had it nailed when he explained it all, man.
Yeah,
and then what? They threw out the accolades because he had an affair with the housekeeper. Really?
Everyone bangs a maid every now and then.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's not the worst crime ever. Jesus.
But it's just like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So you take it back to Sheargold, when you break it down what he actually said, it was like, well, he was saying that they were childish and need to end their internal squabbling. That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a misogynist. But then all the fucking idiots have come out now saying, "Oh, it's years of this misogyny."
Yeah.
Really?
Of course, they're jumping on it. Of course,
You all sat next to him for decades on. Have you been paying attention? No one chose to say shit. Not even the women.
Grifters. These are the sex grifters. Remember how I told you get your race grifters?
Oh, yeah.
And this is the gender grifters.
You're telling me on a panel of... Dude, he did the drive-by hours like on radio for how many years? You're telling me at some point no one could say anything? What, he was untouchable? Was he Frank Sinatra?
Well, suddenly now he is.
But now that now it's years of this. It's like they're going to arrest him for being some sort of deviant monster.
Well, we're not too far from that.
Yes, yeah.
No, but my point, man. Am I wrong?
No, 100% correct.
It makes no sense. You're acting like he had a cult of personality. You know what I mean? Like he had minions just doing his bidding. What are you talking about, man? He's a fucking a shock jock.
I think it's just like the whole culture thing that we're developing is like everyone needs to be head pat. You can't criticize anyone, and if you do, you're going to lose your job over it. You can't have any kind of feedback, negativity, criticisms. You just can't do it. Everyone wants to be head pat.
My mate that was on here about a month or two ago, he does like all the breath work and stuff like that, somatic work and stuff like that. He said we're in a validation epidemic.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I enjoyed that. I listened to it. It was really good.
Yeah, well, you went to school with him as well. So
of course. Yeah. It was hilarious. What is this guy now?
Yeah. No, he actually does come across as intelligent.
Yeah.
But mate, so many people have said it to me that we're in a validation epidemic. Everyone needs to be head pat. But it's not men that need to be head patted.
Yeah.
We don't get a validation for shit because we're tyrannical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have all the power. What power, man? We represent 0.1% of global power. Everyone else is on the same level doing the same shit. People are toiling over the same crap everywhere. It's not some secret club where all men get together and like over a cauldron. You know what I mean? How are we going to keep women down for the next 30 to 365 days? That's what I feel like they think it is. Every like New Year's Eve, it's like the Masons. You know what I mean? It's like we all join at Masonic lodges and we talk about how we're going to keep the female species just a bit further down for the next 365 days.
Do you know what show it is where they have the bald guys and then one of the bald guys goes into the elevator and like the two other bald guys in the elevator, their heads are shiny. He's like, "Oh, did you guys do the thing?" Like they had a club, like a secret club where they like shine each other's heads.
No.
I'm just like, what do they think? Like, do they think that's what it is? We all have this interconnection of like, women are bad and women are shit.
No, we couldn't possibly not enjoy women's sports just because we don't enjoy women's sports. It's because we're misogynists.
No,
that's the only reason.
Yeah.
No one's stopping you.
We just don't want to throw money at it.
Unacceptable. I don't want to throw my money at it.
Yeah.
Because I don't find it entertaining.
Yeah.
But it's like maths, yeah? Everyone's talking about fucking maths, and I keep repeating it over. Do you know what I've done, man? Okay, so you know how
maths?
Maths.
What's that?
Married at First Sight.
Oh.
The reality show, which has anything to do with reality. Yeah? You know how I started the hard cull on the algorithm last year?
How's that going?
Fucking phenomenally.
Nice.
Right? Phenomenally. Brian Tyler Cohen, the political commentator, just started popping up in my Instagram feed this week, probably because of everything that happened with Trump and Ukraine. Right?
No, slow down, man. It's just
Yeah.
one thing at a time.
One thing at a time. But I'm just saying he finally worked his way in by brute force. Yeah, because everyone's talking about it.
He's sitting there checking every day. He's like, "Am I in Dim's feed yet?" No? I'll keep trying.
Yeah. I'll just keep
try
putting
another million.
More content every day. Here I am, guys, at home, and Trump's bad, and you know what I mean? Just hoping it picks up. Okay. No, but honestly, since I had a mate of mine that I was talking about this guy.
We got him.
Yeah, and it's like after they bagged Saddam, after they got Saddam Hussein, it's like, we got him.
We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
him. My mate had said to me, cut that shit off when you're driving. Don't have it running in the background as white noise. Music, 100%. So I started doing it. Dude, I've been just driving and listening to music, finding myself singing along rather than just being... And dude, the few times...
Sunshine, everything.
Hey, I know you.
Did you see the one I sent of the Sega rally?
Yeah.
I love it.
Sega rally.
It's the same scene, but they've done it as if You're playing Sega Rally Championship on PS1. Turn left.
I found myself the other day. These guys are dying. I was driving along and I had. Are you right?
Because every time Homer goes to say something in that scene, they do it like he's driving because you'd have the navigator. That's a hard right, soft left. Oh, man.
I found myself driving and I had the phone up with the white noise in the background. It was like a subsea video or something. And I'm just sitting there like, why am I watching this? Why is this even, this is doing my head in? It's hard switch off, put the phone down and then just put the music back on.
Yeah.
I've been doing that nonstop. So now when if I go to someone's house or they're talking about maths or some shit, I'm like, this has no bearing on my life whatsoever.
So you just get up and walk out?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I've done that. Where you going? Like, I'm out, man. Change the channel or I'm out. Like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely toxic.
That show, I 100% believe that show, as though, even though, like, the current state of, like, the arrangement of marriage was already, like, in a very sore state of what is, it's like 1 in every 2 marriages fail now.
Oh, it's 50%.
50%. I 100% believe that show has degraded it even more. The concept of marriage.
It's taking the piss out of what the institution of marriage is.
Yeah.
It takes the absolute piss.
Yeah.
Yeah? It makes no sense. Like, this is not marriage, bro. Not in no world, anywhere, has got anything remotely. It's a holiday. It's a holiday for influencers and fake influencers for 6 weeks or however long the program goes for, and that's it.
Yeah.
But get fucked, man. It's got nothing to do with reality, man. I can't do it. Anyway.
I've actually been trying to watch more entertainment and not like actual TV shows and movies and stuff I haven't already seen.
I've been going back to old movies I never got to watch.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do that, like just sit through stuff and just so that way I'm watching things new and just seeing, whether it's an older movie or a newer thing or a newer show.
I'm not doing new stuff. I'm doing like Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
Yeah? A 3-hour movie, man.
Oh, you got like a infinite, not infinite, but you've got a grand amount of stuff to go back on that you've never seen.
Oh yeah, skip right to like page 1,000, 4,000.
What was the name of that movie about the guy that was stuck in Turkey in the Turkish prison? Midnight Express. I watched that like 2 weeks ago. Just because.
Yeah,
I can't even remember how it came up on my thing in my radar. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I just downloaded it and watched it on a random Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good movie. It's fucked. It's Turkish prisons, man. They don't fuck around.
No.
Yeah, but no, I can't. The state of shit is just all over the joint, and the DEI is just gone to the next level now.
I actually came across a couple of... So, someone you put me onto, I can't remember who... Is it Nerderotic or something?
Nerderotic?
Is it Nerderotic?
I know the guy on YouTube. I don't watch much of his stuff.
You sent the video once. I think it's him. I can't remember.
He kind of floats in my algorithm, but I don't watch him because he's too...
Aggressive?
Too aggressive and a little bit too out there.
Yeah.
But sometimes he does cover the same stuff.
I can't remember if it was him or maybe another person you sent, but someone that you had sent in the past. And he was talking about the state of Marvel movies. I haven't watched one... What thing are we? What phase are we in?
I don't know. Phase crap.
Yeah, whatever it is. What was the last phase? The last movie was Endgame or whatever, right?
They're in like phase. Yeah, the third.
Endgame was the big one, but they've had other movies since then.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. But the new phase started after that.
Yeah, Endgame was the last.
Endgame was the last of that.
And
phase.
it was kind of like in limbo when they were pushing a lot of the female.
Right, but it was still decent.
Not really, no.
No. Sorry, that movie was still decent.
Endgame was fantastic.
Endgame was a great way to finish it.
Right.
Yeah.
The branch offs, not so much. But I haven't watched anything since at all. I haven't heard of anything, seen anything. I haven't heard any buzz about any of them. Nothing.
It's floundering.
I was unaware of any of the Heroes movies, anything. I watched one of his videos just because I needed some background music. And he was talking about some, and he whoever it was plays some clips from each movie to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit. It's gone bad. I mean, like bad. It's not just, Oh, they're
just
pushing.
bad.
They're pushing a woken. No, it's bad. Like it's extremely bad. It's like there was a clip from Captain America, who is now I forgot his name, but it's the Falcon dude. Yeah,
it's it's Clarence from 8 Mile.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, Papa Duck. Remember 8 Mile, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the final boss of the battles that Eminem has?
No,
I don't.
So he battles against Lotto.
Yeah.
He battles against, I can't remember what the other guy's name was, but the final boss was Papa Duck. And it's Clarence.
Was that him?
It's the same actor.
Oh, I didn't know.
So they said that, like, the meme that was going around for years was that Papa Duck became so disjointed he had to go and become an Avenger. Eminem sent him to,
nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the clips that he had showed from that whatever movie, I don't know if there's multiple or what, but it was basically him being victimized for being a black man from police officers targeting him as a black man and him pointing out the racism of him being a black man. Then other police officers saying, "Do you know who that is?" And he's like, "Doesn't matter, he's a black man."
But the Falcon, that was never part of the script.
It is fucking
So what? In the same
mind-blowing.
universe, he goes from not being subjected to racial taunting to being subjected to racial taunting?
Yeah.
Once he takes the mantle of Captain America.
Yeah.
They even did that was it Captain America and the Falcon? Wasn't that a TV show or something?
I never watched it. Not sure.
Or Winter Soldier and Falcon?
Oh, possibly, yeah.
And that's essentially what it was as well. It was just like him being berated for
being black. That's all of them. It's just, that's the whole stance now.
It's just, lazy storytelling. You can get more out of an AI, I reckon.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Not to mention again, I'm not trying to point out anything. I'm just saying what is really dumb and it's on the nose. It's just obvious. But the female superhero ones are just horrible as well. Holy shit. I'm sorry. They're just bad.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
Sorry. Just hold that thought. Have you seen that movie with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz? It's on Netflix.
No.
No. Is it new?
Oh, no, I definitely haven't seen it.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
That's the one where they're spies or something, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, Cameron Diaz?
Yeah.
Is she back?
Yeah.
She's still hot or?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No, she was always hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she's...
She was in retirement. She came out to do this movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
She needs
Hang
the
on a
money.
second, hang on.
The money.
Is it actually?
Those coke habits are hard to shake, Andy.
Dude. I
I'd
like Cameron Diaz.
Ass cheeks, huh?
I like Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
All right. I like Jamie Foxx generally. So I'm like, well, all right.
Seems all right. Yeah.
I'll watch it.
How long did you last?
I lasted about 10 minutes, 20, right? Until I realized, wait, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And then it was just white noise in the background while I did other shit. But every now and then I'd stop. I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, it's so, the DEI, right? But Cameron Diaz is like meant to be like a super spy, sort of, whatever, deep cover, whatever. And she's running like in scenes, but she's running like a 50-year-old woman that's never played sport in her life.
Floundering like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, flailing.
Phoebe's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Get out the fire. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm meant to believe she's a super spy and she's in combat scenes and shit. I'm like, oh my God, man. This is terrible.
Where's the line? But she would have known that she's not fit to do this movie.
Like you're running. You're running and your arms are like, you know what I mean? It's like Steven Seagal. He gets mocked for his running in his movies because he runs like it's this tall, beastie dude who's running just with his arms flailing, no coordination. It's like, come on, man. You got to stop.
But he became a meme.
Yeah.
No one took him seriously.
Nah.
Never. Even if he was a taekwondo, what was he?
Aikido.
Aikido.
Which apparently, from what I understand, was a martial arts developed to disarm samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
It's just to help you disarm a dude with a sword.
Correct.
Yeah. Up close, it's brilliant. But it's not like you can't go out and beat people up with
Dan, that's what he was. He was a fifth Dan or whatever.
Yeah. He was, dude, on paper, like, he was one of the first Westerners to teach the martial art in Japan. Like, yeah, that's real. He married his instructor's daughter or something.
Nice.
He looked like David Koresh, man, in the 70s. It was hilarious. Did you see that? Did I ever send you that link of Chuck Norris hitting a switch kick at 57 years old.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, right?
No way he's only 57 years old.
No, this is back then.
When
He's
he
in
was
his
57,
90s, like 90 now. He's late 80s, early 90s now. But then, there's a video floating around right now. It says he's 57 at the time, and it's an instructional video. Someone's holding a bag, and the guy holding the bag's actually a martial artist as well. His name's Benny something, I keep forgetting. But he walks up to the bag, hits a switch kick, and just launches a kick. Sounds like a gun, just like getting fired, like a shotgun.
Wow.
At 57. You're telling me Cameron Diaz is going to have the same effect in an action movie in her 50s? And it's like, well, what do you...
I have no problem with having a female cast in an action movie. But the problem here is when you're watching a movie, you have to... what is it? Like
suspension of disbelief.
Thank you very much.
Of belief, sorry.
Yes. So they have to have... There's like a balance, like a ratio of like, yes, that's fine. But then if they start doing like freaking, I don't know, Jet Li, dancing, what was that called? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, whatever it was.
Flying through the air.
Doing crap like that, like in there, you've like...
walked out.
You've
But
lost
that's a whole genre of movie, though.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm getting at is like, once they start pulling crap out of their ass, that's when it's like,
But see, look, Crashing Tiger, Hidden Dragon was a genre of movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Right?
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't like it. I walked out.
loved it. No, fantastic.
No, but that's a genre. It's a style of movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you go in expecting. Like when you go to watch Chinese zombie movies, it's all the hopping zombies set in the 1700s, 1800s, whenever it is.
Meow.
Anyway, but when you've got people that built like Kylie Minogue or one of the
exactly.
Pussycat Dolls,
Yeah.
hauling men built like Zangief over their heads and flicking them around like they're nothing. It's like, bro, no. Sorry.
Especially if it's not a superhero movie, right? We're talking about normal, everyday humans.
John Wick. Take John Wick. Yeah, was it the last one where they had the female?
They're looking to make a fourth, apparently.
They already have.
They're on 5.
Fifth. Sorry, I meant to say fifth.
Here at the Drew Leverage Show, we've got Jonathan, who's got his finger on the pulse of the community.
I sense everything.
Imagine if he started with, why haven't they made a 4th John Wick?
So I watched Rocky 3 last week.
I don't want to ruin it again.
Great movie. First time I've seen it. I'm really hoping they make a sequel.
I hope they branch off and make a Creed.
Something on Apollo's line. Did they finish that? They did. The
What
third
have you got
one.
there? A touchscreen phone? Amazing.
Did you end up watching the third one? Creed?
No.
Did you?
Are you kidding?
You saw the first two. I thought you'd want to round it out.
I saw the first one. I thought it was a nice way to wrap up the soliloquy of the Apollo story. As a standalone, would have been fine, right? Even though there were things in that movie that pissed me off, I dealt with it. It was okay. I watched the second one against my own advice and said, this is a piece of crap.
When there's money to be made, dude.
All right? They've ruined it now.
Where's the line?
When the third one came out and I saw the trailer and it was, we were brothers growing up in the hood and then I went away. I could have had what you had. I'm like, oh, well, then how?
Maybe you should have gone to jail.
I know.
Maybe you should have just killed that dude and robbed that
asshole. Interrupting this program to remind you all to like, share, follow, and subscribe to all our channels and accounts on Spotify, YouTube, and social media. We are only a few hundred followers away from hitting the 1 million mark. Of course, this is an outright lie. And now, back to the episode. Dude. As soon as I saw that trailer, I'm like, well, I know what's going to happen. He's going to come out. They're going to have one fight, he beats him. Then they have a second fight, he wins. That's it. There's the story. We've seen it 100 times. I don't need to waste my time. That's it.
Would you like to hear all the AI stuff that's in Ted Lasso?
Yeah, go.
How have we been talking about this for like an hour and 20 minutes?
It's
have we?
Something like that.
I mean, we don't have to.
Keep going. All right, let's hear it.
Okay. Now.
Did you hear? Hey, it's Saturday. Taking off
Pulls out a scroll.
The neighbours.
Where do we begin?
Well, it is an Apple show. First season, surprisingly, there's nothing in it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an Apple show.
Gross.
And where can we start? Okay, so one of the players, the same Nigerian dude. Apparently, well, not apparently.
What do you mean the same? Same as what?
That Nigerian dude I was telling you about before.
Oh, okay.
So it was him who was having that moral dilemma of whether he should keep that sponsorship. So that was one of them for starters, because it was like the Nigerian reef is important. The second thing was he ends up starting a torrid love affair with the director of the actual football club.
Nice.
Where no repercussions happen whatsoever.
What do you mean?
Well, like, imagine if freaking, like, the CEO of the Knicks started banging, like, one of his female players.
And?
You don't think there's no professional breach there?
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Didn't that guy get fired? The coach get fired for like doing that celebratory kiss with his player?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So one of them actually points that out and was like, "No, it's all right. Well, she's a woman. It's fine. It's not the same."
Do you know what I sent it?
Okay.
Who did I send it to? I sent it to someone. I think it was old Sumo.
Yeah.
It's a Family Guy. Just pull away, a cutaway. Man, no porn at the bar. It's okay. I'm trans. Oh, okay. Do whatever you want every time.
Oh yeah.
So, another thing is, again, the Nigerian player. A lot of stories centers around this player. He apparently a tech billionaire wants to sign him for a club that he's wanting to make on the same level as Real Madrid and Man U. He's going to call it Casablanca, and he wants his name to be as part of that club.
From Morocco or like in the Spanish league?
Well, an African league, and he wants to create an African team.
Casablanca's in Morocco.
Yeah, I know.
So is he naming the club after...
He's Ghanaian, who wants to hire a Nigerian player who is going to probably play, for a Moroccan team.
Yeah, but you realise the audience that is buying into this DEI shit would just see black.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just they're black.
Yeah. So the guy that comes in and is the tech billionaire has the standard default.
Elon Musk.
Nusk.
I want to buy the team.
It's like, they just, that whole episode was just like all over the place. It's just, because, the whole point of DEI is to like basically put everything else down and raise up essentially like whatever the nationality is. So it's like, whenever I come to England, I can never find any good Nigerian food. So I just buy at a restaurant and I just get everyone here to make it. But then he takes him to a museum and he's like, well, this art piece is beautiful. It's like, yes, they can't compare to it. It's got like a Rembrandt right next to it. And it's just like some African like thing that's been painted by hand. Like they just can't compare. I'll be bringing it back where it belongs to, to Nigeria.
Actually, there's a thought I'd like your opinion on.
Yes, the UK should keep all those artifacts.
Why?
Because they can't be trusted in those countries.
Even Greece, where they've built new museums?
100%. Look at the necropolis. Necropolis? Necropolis. It's not alive anymore. It's dead. It's decayed.
It has decayed.
Yes.
They didn't look after it very well
Look at in the Middle East, all that.
Actually, have you seen what's going on in Athens?
Protests? Yeah, it's because of the train.
Yeah, which were 2 years later.
Standard.
Why are just mad, aren't they? They're just angry. 2 years later, let's just fuck up Athens.
Yeah.
Let's destroy it.
Yeah, but that's Europe. They protest.
2 years later?
No, they've always protested. This has just become because
they don't have a schedule. Nothing's organised.
Some inquiry,
a schedule or a job.
Some inquiry happened, and more shit has come out about it. That's why. Yeah. So it's like, what? We just found this out.
So the country's broke. The government's broke. The people are broke. So let's break everything else to make it even more broke.
The Greeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind the UK or England keeping those artifacts.
I thought you would be. Anyway.
I would. Why not? They're safer there.
You don't agree? I think he's got a valid
point. If those countries are always prone to civil war, look at in the Middle East.
And plus,
how many like monuments and artifacts have been defaced and completely destroyed after all these fanatical uprisings?
I agree. Yeah. They found those ancient, Buddhist things in Syria, wasn't it? And Al Qaeda or whatever bombed it.
They bombed it. Remember the ones when they were shooting the rocket launchers at those freaking massive statues?
Because the statue's that big, they still couldn't destroy it. Now they just started trying to repair it. It's like
even the Black Stone in the what's it called? What's their main Muslim headquarter place?
Mecca.
The Black Stone that they all worship, they go to pray to.
They walk around,
Yeah. Like, they've been asking for ages, let's study the rock. It came from outer space, let's study the rock. No, you can't touch it. No one's allowed to touch it. No one's allowed to study. Like, why? You can't just worship it. Study it. It could tell us a lot of things. Pyramids.
Vibranium.
The pyramids.
Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Anyway, so you were talking about the artwork in Ted Lasso.
Oh, yeah. And so he's like, I'm bringing it back where it belongs because it was, I can't remember if he says it was taken or, but that's where it belongs, because that's where it should be, and there's better art there than what's here. And, yeah, there's always that comparison of always putting, like how it showed you, apparently, like, Roman emperors were black, and, black people who created Stonehenge, and there were black people in the British Isles before, actual British people.
Yeah, okay. Rome was full of black senators, and Cleopatra was Ghanaian.
You know what I'm getting at? So it's all that fluffing up. There's that constantly. Then there's also, like, Ted Lasso. He's a dude from Kansas. So whenever something comes up and it's with a woman, whenever there's a conversation coming up with a woman or someone of color, he always ends, he's like, well, what would I know? I'm a white guy. Every single time. Like, okay, like, you could just have an opinion. Like, there's nothing wrong with having an opinion, You just don't have to degrade yourself every single time you say that. Every person of power is actually a woman in the show. And the only people that are in power are the bad guys.
Of course. Who are probably men.
Yeah.
You mean the only men in power?
Oh, yeah, sorry. The only other, like, male characters that are in power is basically the villain of the show. Yeah. The approach to mental health is basically like, you're all dumb jocks. You don't know. Well, because he coaches a soccer team.
Ah, okay, yeah.
He's an NFL coach who gets signed by the director to come there and basically destroy the team. He thinks he's going there to coach them, but she's actually signed him. She gets him in a divorce, the team. She hires him because she actually wants to destroy the team. In the end,
they bang it out?
No, they don't actually. No, they don't bang it out. They kind of like...
She becomes a lesbian.
No, she confesses like she did that to him like at the end of the season. He's like, it's fine, I forgive you. Like, let's try and win this with this team. It's fine. Yeah. So it's gone
so she admits the sabotage.
Yeah.
Right.
She's banging the Nigerian, don't forget.
That's sabotage.
Well, she's not turning back from that one.
No. So essentially, pretty much, the approach to mental health is like, well, you're all dumb athletes who can't deal with your emotions. So therefore...
So what Marty said.
Huh?
So what Marty said.
Yeah, but it's like we need a team psychiatrist now because you can't hash things out. And so then therefore, like, you who seems to break down all the time, or you just... Because there's a guy that's supposed to be Roy Keane, and he's just like, he just bottles everything up. And it's like, well, he needs to go get the help otherwise, because he doesn't know how to deal with stuff. It's just all that, they general...
Pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to say it. It's pussy shit. Sick of it.
Oh, I've got to I got to get it off my other phone.
Sounds terrible, honestly.
The first season was fantastic.
And then they changed writers. Well, they're like, it's time.
Yeah,
we got the audience.
But that's
We're
what they
turning
do.
a profit.
We got them.
But that's what they do.
Yeah,
they get a show
we covered
started.
our costs.
Now
you can just fuck it up.
There's two types of shows. You've got the shows that people want to watch because it sells to them. And they're like, oh, this is a good idea. Let's watch it. So they'll watch it. There's no DI crap in it. They got their audience hooked. And then as soon as the second season starts, whether they implement it, or there's the ones they just start from the scratch. And
sounds like a common trend in video games.
Yes.
Did you see that the Northern Territory, what was she, minister or something? She cut out the Welcome to Country?
No.
Okay, hang on a second. I remember there's a screenshot on my other phone. Welcome to...
I thought you were going to talk about how, like, now maths apparently has to include...
What?
Yeah, I sent that to you, that link. Remember that article? So, in the Australian curriculum, I don't know if it's just in Victoria or within Australia, it's expected of math class.
Of what?
To, like, basically, like, Aboriginal history and stuff like that. They have to incorporate it.
Into maths?
Yes!
How?
I don't know.
2 + 2 = Uluru.
Yeah.
What does Aboriginal Indigenous culture got to do with maths?
We've got crime at an all-time high, domestic abuse at an all-time high, divorce rates at an all-time high, and yet we're teaching kids to do maths about Aboriginal culture.
Yeah. So there's a minister. Northern Territory's chief minister has defended a decision to be the only one of 8 speakers not to mention traditional landowners at a ceremony. This was February 25th. An Australian leader has defended...
Oh, so it just happened?
Yeah. An Australian leader has defended a decision to exclude traditional landowners from an opening acknowledgement at a ceremony commemorating the bombing of Darwin. Northern Territory Chief Minister Leah Finocchiaro, something, I don't know, was the only one of 8 speakers at the ceremony last week who did not acknowledge the Larrakia traditional owners.
Oh, so that's when they stand up and they say, I acknowledge the...
Instead, only mentioning veterans and their families.
Right.
So before I'd like to acknowledge the traditional landowners of this country, she said, I'd like to make a special acknowledgement to the veterans here today, to serving men and women, and to the families and descendants of survivors, ladies and gentlemen, but also importantly to our children. Politicians and traditional owners were alarmed by the Chief Minister's decision to not mention the Larrakia people.
Keep going.
Labor Minister Manuel Brown said, very concerning when the Chief Minister doesn't acknowledge the traditional owners in her speeches, as she did today in the bombing of Darwin. And Justine Davis, an independent, said, yes, the only speaker who did not, even Barnaby Joyce did. Not a single word of acknowledgement. It's disgraceful, said the Larrakia elder Richard Feo Senior, whatever, something. Yeah, Senior. Other speakers at the event who acknowledged the traditional landowners were Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles, yada, 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 Lord Mayor, Barnaby Joyce, so-and-so. Larrakia man James Parfitt also delivered a 5-minute welcome to country. And she's since defended a decision, telling Sky News she represents all Territorians and was proud to have acknowledged veterans at the ceremony. There is absolutely no need for every speaker to an event to do an acknowledgement in country, and in fact, the repetition that people are so used to under Labor is less impactful. Ahead of the upcoming election, the Liberal Party federal colleague has promised to review government funding for Welcome to Country ceremonies, claiming it could be better spent. We're spending $450 a term on Welcome to Country, and she doesn't believe we should be spending that when it isn't actually improving the life of a marginalised Indigenous Australian. That kind of funding could be redirected to actually improve the lives of marginalised Indigenous Australians, as opposed to being used for what is effectively a welcoming ceremony, many of which have now become quite politicised. I don't think it's necessary to have to spend so much money on something that's not really helping our most marginalised. Yada yada yada. What do you reckon? What did you send me? Aussie maths teachers will be expected to what? Incorporate Indigenous dance and storytelling into lessons. Get fucked. Maths teachers will be expected to incorporate Indigenous dance and storytelling into lessons under the revised national school curriculum. They began developing the current version of the national curriculum in 2022. Analysis of the new curriculum by the federal opposition has found that of 2,451 lessons, suggestions, 3/4 relate to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander history and culture. 37 instructions for teachers to use Indigenous dances, storytelling, reconciliation plans, and traditional weaving to teach skills such as addition, subtraction, algebra, statistics, and trigonometry. What? The stories and dances will show the connection between addition and subtraction, representing this as a number sentence, and discussing how this conveys important information about balance in the process of country and place.
I think I give up on this country, honestly.
Is that...
I give up.
Fuck off.
I give up.
Apparently it's true. I don't know.
I'm going to go live in China.
Well, they don't teach you about the historical significance of maths.
Which is...
Where it started, where it was advanced. China, Egypt, Greece.
Arabia, yeah.
Yeah,
How
Middle
it can
East.
be used.
Yeah.
We're going to use indigenous tales? What
I thought just drawing a one and one on the screen, on the board, shows that there's two things that you put together. That's two.
How much more? That's just pandering to nonsense.
Miss, is that number one? No, that's a didgeridoo. One didgeridoo plus two didgeridoo.
But that's just nonsense.
And then you got to dance it out.
Yeah.
Hang on. That minister that didn't acknowledge the... Let me say something. the minister that
Can you imagine? There's just a half-naked Aboriginal person just sitting in the corner of every classroom, sitting there with a didgeridoo, waiting for the
Soundtrack.
cue. Yeah, waiting for the cue. 1 + 1 = 3. It's just ridiculous, man.
that minister in Northern Territory that skipped the acknowledgement of country, right? But she thanked the veterans and all that. I was just curious, did any of the other ministers and people there thank any of the veterans?
No.
It's a good question.
No, I'm just making a point.
No, it's a good question.
How many welcome to countries can you do?
A lot, apparently.
Yeah. Welcome to country and acknowledgement of country are two different things, yeah? We can't do a welcome to country. We do an acknowledgement of country.
Yeah. Well, we can, but, why can't we?
Because it's culturally, it doesn't have the significance and the impact. So we are not Indigenous Australians, therefore we cannot do...
What makes someone Indigenous?
Literally being pre-colonisation.
Isn't that racist?
You can't use that logic, man.
But isn't it racist? They're saying that because my ancestors weren't originally from the land, then I'm not part of the country?
Isn't that the whole reason a war is happening in the Middle East over that right now?
That seems very illogical to me.
Yes. I'm not defending it.
No, I'm just saying.
I think they made a good point. $450,000 a year on welcome to countries. Bro, put that into the Indigenous community. Build a school. Build a hospital.
Yeah.
Do something with it.
Agreed.
Don't need it every single time. Roll it out for, the grand final. Roll it out for...
A major event. Some
major events.
One-off, big one-off a year.
Like the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be more inclined for something big like the Olympics.
On a world stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is part of the heritage.
Every time there's an event in Australia that's just for Australians.
Yeah, but
we know.
You realise,
we fucking know.
Dude, you go to Hamer Hall in the city to watch a theatre or comedian, they'll do it. They'll have it.
Yeah, I know.
An acknowledgement of country. It makes no sense. Like, are you kidding? Are we racist to think like that?
No.
I would, like I said, I think it's on the other hand.
Look, I think reparations here are a different kettle of fish to say reparations in America, right? Because we're not that far removed generation-wise. Does it make sense? Because there are still, children of the stolen generation alive. It's not like it was done 300 years ago. Does it make sense? You've still got living relatives that...
But wasn't that whole children of the stolen generation thing done on the merit that the person truly believed that it was better off for the kids?
Yeah, but that was just a blanket sort of statement of you people are savages, in regards to a racist...
But wasn't there actual, thing of, abuse and, sexual abuse?
There was some...
stuff like that?
It was done for the betterment of the children. I'm not justifying what was done. I'm just saying it was good faith for that person. In good faith
in their eyes.
Yes.
They needed God and they needed civility.
Sure.
Yes. I recognise what you're saying. Yeah. I'm
being very careful here.
Did they then
yeah. Because I think it's stupid.
But then eventually weren't they then sent back to their families?
Nah.
I'm pretty sure they were.
No, they weren't. They weren't. They were broken up. You all right?
No, I'm sneezed.
No, I'm pretty sure they got sent back.
No. They weren't. You need to read a book, man.
They're the ones
Wow.
government at the moment.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
They're the ones without the accent.
Look, reparations in the United States are a whole different thing, yeah? That's a completely different fucking argument. Because they weren't indigenous to the land, first of all. If you want to have anyone should get reparations in America, start with the Native Americans.
I don't think anyone should be getting reparations.
No, I'm saying...
unless it's the same generation, you shouldn't be getting it.
Yeah, I'm saying... Why should...
My ancestors...
Yeah, no, but it's trauma my ancestors... suffered
has been passed down to me.
Yeah, but they're not my ancestors that passed on the suffering.
Although, you know what? Apparently something's just shown up. They did a study and they found that children born during wartime actually grow up sturdier than children born out of wartime.
So shocking.
I'm shocked that you would find this thing to pluck out of nowhere to pad your agenda.
It makes total sense.
Yeah, kids born in wartime learn to be stoic. They learn not to bitch and moan about everything like sultanas.
Oh, well, they're still in the womb too. Apparently, it does something to them. I had it here. Let me see.
Yeah, but that's just all you're saying is kids born in tougher scenarios and circumstances grow to be tougher and more resilient. That makes sense.
Could be because parents were tougher.
Yeah.
On the kids.
Well, if you got to... Yeah, for one. Dude, kids now aren't disciplined the way we were disciplined.
Johnny, shut the fuck up or you're going to get shot. Oh, okay, Mummy.
Why do we go back to this?
All right, let's change the subject altogether.
Please, thank you.
What did we think about Trump?
Well, I was going to say Ukraine. Ukraine.
Fucking hell, man. Yeah. Just put him here just for fun.
You love him.
I should probably just start rubbing some of this on him.
Yeah. Put him there as well.
Just break everything.
Yeah, done.
That actually looks good.
Okay. Did you see it? The interview?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I watched 30 seconds and I'm like, nah, I'm done. Can't do it. What?
Nothing. You on?
What do you think?
I think it looked like two idiots teaming up on a guy. For sure. 100%. But I don't think he's not in the wrong either.
In what way?
The people... the people that he had won over...
Who? Zelensky.
And the people that he was like a rock star to, like he was, popular with, are no longer in power.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't rock up with his little,
fatigues.
Fatigues, like he's a sickhead. Like you're meeting with a world leader, you should be there in a suit and tie.
But do you know why he does that?
To show that he's always under threat. Like it's
the fact that he inherited a government that was in war, and he's constantly in war. So
I get that. Point. Yeah, I know, but still, it's he's not meeting with Biden or other people that he already had like a relationship with.
You're meeting with Putin or Trump. Yeah, you got to fucking...
all world leaders meet with each other in formal attire.
Plus, it's on a global stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Time and place. Vance is an idiot, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's a straight-up moron.
Yeah. You keep going.
Mine is more about what the possibilities are. Like the context of the whole situation, yes, Ukraine is a country that is at war at the moment. And, obviously Putin started this war.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial.
Not really.
Not really, dude.
I'm just saying.
Such a dick.
But in this aspect, even though he's the leader of a sovereign country, he is like a subordinate to America because they receive funding from them.
Okay.
So he shouldn't really kind of be overly confident in this exchange. And
but he still gets a place at the table. Trump is like, you don't know how to deal with this. Leave this one out.
True. But
it's our country, dickhead.
Yeah, that's true. But it essentially
everyone receives aid, though. This is the thing. You can't say by receiving aid it makes you a subordinate to that nation. That's not what aid is. Aid is there to aid, literally.
But then that aid is coming off all the American taxpayers' back.
Isn't that also only if they're part of one unified alliance, which they're not part of? Like you aid the people within NATO, for example.
Yeah, but not necessarily. No. America gives aid to
countries. But then you are taking clear sides during wartime. So technically, doesn't that make
proxy? That's by proxy. It's like shadow. Like you're helping them out.
But that's what I mean. Doesn't that automatically then make you a subordinate because you've gone out of your way of responsibility to make that decision?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But essentially, what I'm saying is, say this mineral deal thingy. Okay, what are your thoughts of this mineral deal?
I don't know enough about it.
Essentially, what it would do is it would create how you have your DMZs, the demilitarized zone. Mm-hmm. It would create a demilitarized zone between the border of Ukraine and Russia. And this mineral deal would allow America to set up mineral mining
in the DMZ zone.
In that DMZ, which would actually create a buffer between the two countries and would actually deter Putin from doing anything. Because if he then did, he'd have to kill American civilians
which will then scale out to World War III.
Which he wouldn't want to do. So in an idea, it's a smart thing to do. And it would probably, there'd be a better chance of getting a bit of peace out of it. but
especially if he agrees on it and says yes,
which was
I'm
almost,
coming to the table, I'm doing the idea, and then he goes and kills American soldiers. Well, that's it. It's finished.
You punch your own ticket at that point.
Yeah, then everybody will get involved. It's like, well, they could just make a phone call and all of Europe will get involved.
You realise that's a deal that just enriches Trump's pockets again. Like the Gaza thing. That's a straight up piss take.
Oh, yeah.
You're having a go. I'm not having a go, but saying we're bringing up the thing about Zelensky not wearing a suit and tie to a meeting with world leaders, right? Trump's retweeting AI videos of turning Gaza into a holiday resort with Trump towers in the background. Is that not taking the piss?
But see,
how is that any different?
This is what
that isn't Trump not turning up in a suit. That's Trump literally turning up in a bathing suit.
This is the argument that I've made with a couple of people who've spoken to me about this. And again, I'm the least political person out of both of us, all three of us here.
I think I might know what you're going to say. But go.
Love him or hate him, the man's all about marketing. That's it.
No, I know.
The whole thing is marketing.
But it's, dude,
they're stunts to rally stupid people.
Dude, if Obama did any of the shit that Trump has done, they would have lynched him.
But they're a different...
They literally tried to lynch someone.
It's a different political party for a different group of people. He's capitalizing on his people, and he's marketing to those people.
But
once you've had the run that he's had, how do you keep getting bigger from that point?
I know, but it's such a piss take and a clear cash grab. It's a grift of the highest order when you're, in one breath, we're saying Zelensky really should pull up to these meetings with world leaders wearing a suit. Trump is retweeting videos of Gaza being turned into a Trump resort. Trump-branded resort. Trump's not allowed to have any form of business while he's an acting president. You're not allowed to earn money anywhere else. That's why he gave all these companies to his kids, to run, right? So he's not actively earning money.
When you see that, though, when you see that tweet of that AI up, whatever, what do you think, though? What do you think
of a president that's taking the piss?
Okay. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking no one wants to live in that shithole, including myself, so they can do whatever they want.
I'm thinking, for me, this is the way I see it, is you two countries can't get along and can't do anything. America doesn't want to really get involved, but if we have to get involved, we will, and we'll turn it into our stuff. That's the way I see it.
But but the fact that Trump branding is across
I get that. That's probably not the best thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Trump branding, but that's on the nose. It's like it's not even on the nose. But it's right there.
But for him, again, of course, it's always about money. Sure, there's a finite amount of money that would make you happy. These people have endless money. Let's assume it's not about money because they have endless amounts of it. Do you agree on that? Right? They have endless money. There's no amount of money he could now have that would be like, I need more money. It's not always about that. He's about brand now. It's a fucking marketing exercise. So putting his name on there is basically saying, assumptions here, is basically saying the country's not up to speed. That strip is not up to speed. We can bring it up to speed and maybe, I don't know, radicalize the community there to side with him. Be the mediator again. That's all he's probably trying to say to everyone. I'm just going to be the mediator.
Another thing I forgot to mention is...
it can't be money. He's got too much of it.
Another thing I forgot to mention as well is apparently Zelensky doesn't have restrictions on him as far as what he can do. In the sense, like, so with Israel...
Of what he's given with.
Of what he's given and what he can do.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think, he can't invade Russia, but, there's no restrictions as far as civilian casualties. So you can't kill, if you want to kill civilians, you can kill them with bombings and that. Those restrictions are on Netanyahu. So, you have to limit the civilian casualties as much as possible. So he's essentially got free reign to do whatever he wants.
He also has to justify and back them up. I think Netanyahu has to actually provide a case of why it happened, how it happened, how it can be avoided.
So, the dude's been given free reign in his war to do whatever he wants. And he feels like he's getting aid, he's getting weapons, not just from America, from, Europe as well.
Even us.
Yeah. The tanks, the bushwalkers, whatever you call them.
And soldiers.
And then I don't know.
It's been 3 years, which is wild to even think about. I didn't even realize it's been that long. It's been 3 years of this. When does it end? Someone has to step in. Zelensky made it pretty clear. I have no interest in dealing with Russians. I have no love for them. I have pure hatred. We're at war. I'll kill whoever I have to kill. Well, he said it in the interview.
Didn't he say, like, wasn't it like 2-3 weeks ago? He's like, he's finally at his last straw, and he's like, I'll take the peace talks. I just want this over. If they want the land, they can have the land. Just to,
but then he goes on camera on a world stage and says there's no chance. No peace.
Yeah.
He will never accept peace.
Not on Trump's terms.
But then come to the table and talk about the terms. That's what one of the argument points was saying, is like, let's have a conversation about the terms. And he's like, no. He's not interested in doing a deal, it doesn't sound. That's what I got from the full interview. That's what I saw anyway. That's what he said, right? He wasn't interested at all.
I can't believe we're talking about Trump again.
You brought it up.
I didn't. You did.
No, you
All right,
did.
let's talk about Doge instead.
Oh, God.
Oh, your friend Doge.
Signing off.
He's fucking cooked.
I like the idea that at least, like, they've found all these people.
You love autocrats. You love them. Just say it.
Yes, I like discipline and structure, Dim. And I like to... Well, he said that they found a whole bunch of people that were getting all these...
Single file.
They were
March.
You know what's the best thing? Australia then comes out this year and is like, we're going to axe 3,000 government workers.
Well, they found... Yeah.
Did you see the FBI director wanted to train... get partnership with the UFC?
No. What, for exposure or something? What?
To train FBI and like shit like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're franchising.
Did you see the fire chief got fired in California?
Finally.
Who?
The DEI hire.
The fire chief.
The lesbian fire
chief. She got
chief.
murdered.
No, she didn't.
She got murdered.
No, she got fired.
She got murdered.
She got fired.
She got murdered.
She got
Her partner
fired.
killed her in her apartment.
Wait. So she got fired and then murdered?
Possibly, I don't know.
Are you talking about the same person?
It's in the links. You guys should be looking at the links I send you.
You know,
I look at every link. Thank you very much.
I'll be honest, this last week, because I've had like my phone dying.
I react to everything I look at.
Okay, hang on.
If I haven't reacted,
I'll be honest. You know what I've noticed? Since his work schedule has changed now, you're sending a big flurry, an influx of Instagram.
There's a lot of links.
A lot of links.
There's a lot of
Mine
links.
have died because I'm out of the loop. Yours have like...
And you should be watching them. They're all classics.
If I miss a shit, like in the normal times of the day, and then I eventually have one late, I open the WhatsApp group to so many links.
You remember that one?
I'll be honest, because I'm trying to spend less time on the phone, so I'm more aware of my screen time, and I'm out of the algorithm, and I'm noticing this guy is going flood like gung-ho. I'm waiting for him to start his own channel or something, man.
Maybe that's what you should do.
Yeah.
I should. Definitely.
Just redirect all the good stuff.
I'm telling you.
They found Social Security that's getting paid out to apparently 150-year-olds on numerous occasions, and people were claiming those checks. So I would think that was a good thing that they cut it, yeah?
Forget those. What fire chief got murdered?
The fire chief in the DEI.
No, they didn't.
She was stabbed. She was found stabbed to death.
What are you talking about? You're making shit up now.
All right, man.
How did we not know she was murdered, but we knew she was fired?
Because one happened and one didn't.
Because maybe you heard axed and you thought, oh, she lost her job, and it's actually she was murdered.
She got sacked. Manhunt.
Maybe you heard sack. And she was hit with a bag of sand.
Stabbed fire captain, seen pleading for her life.
Wife identified as suspect in stabbing death of Cal Fire Department in San Diego County. The one that was all over the videos.
What?
Yes.
No, that wasn't her.
Yes, it was.
No. No, it's a different one. It's a different one. It wasn't the fire captain. It was a chief.
Chief, yeah, we're talking about
the
chief.
The chief got sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the captain.
Which one was the captain? There was three in the...
Rebecca Moradi, a captain with the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection.
The captain was the one that said they should be... wasn't that the one, the captain, the one that said, like, they should be, like, they shouldn't have got themselves into that situation?
She was the chief.
That was the trans person, wasn't it?
No, she was a lesbian, but she was...
Oh, lesbian,
that was the chief.
Lesbian.
She was like the head. This is a captain who's incidentally another lesbian. Well, here you go. You've got...
So one got sacked, one got killed.
Yeah.
Well,
the one that got... No,
stop there.
She didn't get killed. She killed her wife for 2 years because she was planning on ending their marriage and stabbed her.
Circling back to what we said the other week.
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence in lesbian couples.
There you go.
That's amazing.
Case in point.
Yeah. In the same department, no less. California Fire Department. So you got the chief or whatever, victim blaming, and then you've got the captain killing her wife.
There you go.
Jesus.
She probably got let off too.
Anyway, do you reckon Musk should have that much access to everything that he does? They're basically just handing him the entire reins of the government. Considering all of Trump's fluff on migrants and bullshit, I mean, they're just rounding up every illegal immigrant they can find and sending him away.
They found apparently, with the illegal immigrants, they were going after the criminals first, and apparently they've rounded up 8 out of the 10 most wanted illegal immigrants.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but should Musk have this much unadulterated access to shit?
Well,
people go for years trying to get access to that sort of stuff.
So what I was about to say is, it's weird thinking because we've normalized what we're used to in the past, right? Should he have this much just free access? I want to say no because that's what I'm used to and I'm normalized to. But undoubtedly, outside of the political points he will make, he's probably one of the smartest people on the earth. Probably, right? Or at least close to top 10, let's say. So, will he do good? Will he make points? Will he make things better? He's probably the best person to give the access to at this point, with probably some limitations would be ideal. But let him look at things and try and adjust or fix things, because that's what he does. He makes things more efficient,
They fucked up. They removed all these in there
for like 7 days or something, and they realised and they stuffed up. They put it back. At least they admitted it.
And quickly.
Yeah. The whole point of him existing with this Doge thing is to get money back into the budget and stuff.
The fact that they named the department the same acronym as his fucking Bitcoin. Come on, man. How much more grift do you want?
It's pretty funny.
It's on the... But, again...
I made like $2,000 off that.
We take the piss...
You're not going to get a bad word out of me.
Yeah, but we take the piss about people normalizing other DEI shit, right? Oh, this can't be normal. This can't be normal. We're normalizing something that's insane. Yeah, but the president of the United States shouldn't be fucking retweeting AI videos of disputed territories with his fucking brand of hotel in them. You shouldn't have random migrants from South Africa.
If it's not an AI
Who's
video...
the random migrants from South Africa? What are we talking about there? What about him?
He's got all this unadulterated access.
He's an American citizen.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying, man? He didn't work his way up to government. He just got given the keys. Like, yeah, here, buddy.
But a lot of, people in their cabinets when a president is elected aren't politicians.
Most of them are career politicians, man.
Well,
it just seems to be the Republicans that aren't.
I don't know, man. He's found a lot of money that shouldn't be going to where it should be.
I can't agree.
I only dispute facts. Present the facts. Present the facts,
Wow.
and I will have a conversation.
I think you're too... Look,
he's too emotional.
No, I think you're too hung up on the optics of everything.
Emotional?
I think you're too hung up on the optics of things.
Okay.
You've seen the stuff that they've found, the money the money that was going to places.
It's retarded.
What was it? 30 mil on some play in what country was it?
Oh, yeah.
Mongolia to teach DEI to Mongolian dance. 30 million.
Have you heard that list?
No.
I would recommend you actually listen to the list. It's just straight retarded.
$59 million to Gaza for condoms.
Listen to it's a long list.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. That's true, but no, it was a bad list. It was bad. Yeah.
Is this just discrepancies? Just shit that's just...
Well, it was this US...
It's stuff that the Americans are paying for through taxes that the government's like, yeah, this is a good idea.
And it was all shadow stuff, basically.
Yeah.
It's all stuff the
Do you
government's
know what
doing
we pay
to
for
try.
in this country? 450,000 on Welcome to Countries. That's a starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Could have
And
been
a
worse.
lot-
It could have been 45 million.
And a lot more not to prosecute criminals.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean not prosecute?
Look at all these freaking crimes going around and all this stuff. They don't do anything about it. Every night here, you hear cops chasing. Every night.
Yeah,
Yes,
standard. It's Clayton.
But they don't always start here. Do you know that? They don't start here. They always end here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, what do you mean?
They start in Thomastown or friggin' in the CBD, or they start in western suburbs, and they always end here for whatever reason.
Well, because they're targeting you.
They can't get past Clayton. This is the Badlands. That's why I got the fuck out of here.
Mad Max style.
Yeah, man. That's why I got out of here, man.
Actually helping the
Well, you
cops.
saw they announced the 25 new activity centres this week.
Yeah.
What activity centres?
So the government are building more social housing, calling them activity centres because they're huge buildings.
Complexes.
Yeah, like 20 stories high. And they're building them basically in all the southeast suburbs backyard, or like right in the smack middle of the southeast suburbs. So Hampton, Mentone.
Bayside.
Yeah, all Bayside's getting it. Everyone's getting it. Chatty's getting it. They're going to just stick 20-story buildings in there. Just throw everyone in.
Why?
Not enough houses.
Because they're
not
idiots.
Enough, yeah, not enough homes.
Yeah.
So instead of fixing the problem, and I was trying to actually avoid this because I had a really heated debate with a couple of people in the last 48 hours. But basically...
Tell me more.
Do tell.
You have my attention.
You had me intrigued.
I've always been... And you know this about me for a long time now. I like
You are a
helping
pig,
people.
yes.
I actually like helping people.
Yes, you're very selfish.
I don't do it. I just like the
understand.
thought of it. But if someone said to me, "Oh, well, we're spending billions of dollars on making huge 20-story buildings right in the smack center of suburbs that shouldn't have 20-story buildings to house domestic violence, NDIS, homeless, drug addicts, and da-da-da-da." Which, again, I don't even think you should put all those people together. I think domestic violence and NDIS should be together and everyone else can go fuck themselves. And so my point was,
Tell us how you really feel, Andy.
why spend billions and billions of dollars doing things that communities don't want? They're actively protesting in all these suburbs not to do this. They're overriding heritage laws that nobody else could bypass ever. So now they're giving free access to builders to say you can bypass it, no problem. But only you. And then you need to also make a donation to government when you build, and you'll be given fast track access. So communities don't want it. They're all protesting, saying don't want it, don't want it, don't want it. Government's ignoring it. They don't care. Why not fix the problem at the source and figure out what we can do to stop people from becoming full-on drug addicts, full-on homeless, stop what's causing all this rise in domestic violence? And NDIS is NDIS. I mean, people with disabilities are disabilities. They can't be helped. So why would you spend billions to expect more of those people than fix the problem? Because they're expecting more, right? Like, you're not going to build temporary housing.
Band-Aid solutions.
So why? Why do we keep doing that?
Money.
Because the actual answer is a tougher pill to swallow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't accept that. I want the tough pill. I'm saying to people, here's the tough pill. This is what we could do. Enforce a task force that goes around, stops this shit from happening.
But what would the tough pill be?
Okay.
Throw them on a fucking water, throw them in the island.
It's the same reason why when I went to the doctor and was saying, I had trouble sleeping, my sinusitis, this, aches, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah.
And they said it was sleep apnea.
They said your cholesterol level is not bad. Your weight's you're overweight, but, you're sort of trying to get a hold of that, this and that. What's your diet like? And the doctor, with very little prodding, could have easily given me something that was like a Ozempic or whatever to fast track me losing weight.
You're not a fat ass that needs Ozempic.
You don't need to be a fat ass.
Yeah, but you're not diabetic either.
No, but it's to just all Ozempic does is stave off your your appetite.
Mind you, you've seen all the side effects that are popping out now.
No, I'm saying what it does in regards to
I know.
losing weight. It doesn't shred. It's not a diuretic.
No.
Like a steroid, like a speed. What's it called? What's the other one?
Thermo boosters.
Yeah,
where they increase your thermodynamics
like
and you
speed.
start burning.
It's literally speed.
Yeah.
No, but it didn't take much prodding. I could have easily gotten whatever the fuck I wanted, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because when I got back, right before I left for my trip, I was pretty much intermittent fasting because of my work schedule.
They offered you that?
Yeah.
No, that's fucked up.
With very little prodding.
That's fucked up. That's not right at all.
Very little prodding.
The side effects, like he said, do not outweigh the benefits for 99% of people.
Yes, but I said, cool, right? But
should have said, go fuck yourself.
It wasn't hard to get. I could easily have gotten whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's the problem with modern medicine,
But that's the difference between taking the tough pill and actually doing
the work,
getting your diet right, doing the intermittent fasting, going to the gym, or just taking drugs to lose weight.
Yeah.
It's two different things.
Yeah. Because it doesn't fix you eating shit.
No.
It'll fix you eating less shit. But that's still eating shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or not exercising.
Basic education. Some people don't have the education and don't know.
There's the point I made with these people. So we need to fix the education earlier, faster. We need to get better points across, not fucking introduce Indigenous dance in maths class.
That's still funny, though.
Fucking mind-blowing,
What has it got to do? It has got nothing to do with maths.
It's mind-blowing. I'm giving up on this.
Is that going to make better people? No.
It's not.
Set us even further back.
It's just going to make self-deprecating people.
And the thing is, like these people were saying to me, "Oh, why don't you propose a solution?" I literally said, just get a task force of people that can go around and be a support network to people that need it most. Get priorities and check people who are living in certain buildings. Because I've had plenty of people who bought apartments or bought somewhere and ended up in those. I've also lived in plenty of suburbs with them, and it's not helping. It's not making things better. It's making it considerably worse. And the people that are buying into these buildings are literally being abused daily now. So you work your whole life to buy somewhere that you can barely afford on mortgage to live with drug addicts that are abusing you and basically breaking down your door.
Knowing that they're not getting the support they actually need to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Even the Safe Injecting Centre in Richmond now, they're leaving. The staff members are leaving. They're like, this is ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah. They've started leaving. They're not staying anymore.
On what? Like, because of what?
From what I heard, it's just because of the abuse, the violence, the threats. They're just not staying. And keep in mind, this is right next to a kindergarten.
Yeah, that's a scary one.
The governments are so fucking retarded. They've lost their minds. And the priority, I heard, look, I haven't verified this one. I will throw it out there. But I've heard that a certain suburb has a sign, so a version of like the sports centres in every suburb, they all have different names, something SEC or SAC or whatever.
Oh, yeah, like the one on...
like GSAC.
GSAC.
Yeah, but they have different names, MSAC and all that shit. One of those, supposedly, I believe, I haven't looked into this, this is just what I've heard, I believe in the toilets has a sign in between the boys and girls toilets. Mind you, kids and school kids and all shit use these, saying, choose a toilet. Whichever one you feel you belong to, choose a bathroom.
I know which one you're talking about.
So grown men can now enter into women's bathroom, girls' bathrooms. Get changed, have showers. Free reign. That's what we're allowing to happen, and yet we won't fix the problem at their sources.
Yeah, I said this, I think I was going to say it in a solo podcast I was going to do by the end of the month, but it was about, I'm sick of hearing my truth. My feelings are my truth. It's like, no, dickhead. Like, there's truth and then there's actual fucking truth. That's what's pissing me off. That we're entertaining bullshit just because, it may offend someone or hurt someone's feelings.
Well, like I said, everyone's saying it's validation. Everyone wants to feel validated for their thoughts. But it shouldn't be like that.
Most people spend their entire lives looking for validation they never get. And that's why people are inspired to build, create, hunt, grow, make families, build houses, go to the gym, do whatever it is.
When your purpose is validation and not actual life things, that's all you're going to crave.
It's to keep improving, whatever it is, whether it's money, skill, whatever it is. to keep him. But these people have like lost it. And I was talking to someone in their very early 20s the other day, and they were talking about their partner, and they said, so they were asking me, hey, you've been to Japan, anywhere you should go? And I said, yeah, you should definitely go here and here and here. And they said, oh, what's that one? And I'm like, it's a big shopping center, but it's fun. Like, there's a lot of different varieties of things. It's like a culmination of different places in one place. It's amazing. And she's like, oh, I'll have to leave my partner at home because that would be too much for him. I'm like, what do you mean?
Has he got sensory issues or something?
Well, I said, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Is he autistic? And she's like, no, it's just too much. It's too much to take in. Even I'd probably get anxious. I'm like, to go to the shops? I don't understand. Like, what are you getting anxious about? She's like, it's just too much. Too many people, too much noise. I'm like, so you have autism? She's like, no. And I'm like, something's wrong then.
Because, it sounds like you have autism.
Because you and your partner, you shouldn't be feeling anxious to go outside and go to the shops. Like, you need to do that to live. What's going on? She's like, oh, it's just, I don't know, it just stresses me out. Like, you're all fucked. You're all fucked. She said, like, her friends are the same. Everyone in her age group's the same. They all feel the same way.
It's probably because they don't go outside.
We're losing it.
Yeah.
Well, what gets me, and I think it was Jordan Peterson, your friend Jordan Peterson that said this. He said something about how we're currently living in like the best part of human society where...
Do the voice.
Who? Oh, Peterson's voice. It's a culmination of years of hard work, of good people. And abstract matter of psychiatric. It's a fascinating study. And there you have it. You're a dickhead. He said that we're living in the best part of human society ever, where life expectancy is up, quality of life is up, standard of living is up, education is up, everything's up.
Everything, yeah, it's true.
You've won the lottery of life, where you've been born into the best part of. You're not fighting plagues every day. You're not fighting, climate change.
I got bit by a rat.
Yeah, he goes, how can you whittle it down and shit on it like the whatever?
It's because there's the thought that because we have it so good, people get bored and they create their own drama.
My thing is the fact of the tried and true shit that we know works, that is standard. It's not my truth. It's not a feeling. It's not a whatever. It's like, dude, this literally propelled our species through hundreds and thousands of years of evolution and societies building based on these fundamentals. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the shit that got us to where we are.
I think it could even be like along the lines of stagnation of society as well. Like,
of course it is. That's why.
Yeah, because like everything now is there at your fingertips. All your needs are there. So there's no need.
Instant access.
Yes, but do you know what the difference is?
Gratification.
I'll give you the difference, As someone who, like, say, I'm a media person, right? As someone who has always craved technology because it's always advanced, say, my art, work, all that sort of shit. Look how quickly, like, take the Duke Leverage fucking mascot, as an example. You look at the timeline of creation on that. From 2017 to 2023, he barely changed. Then from 2023 to 2025, he transformed. Like a big, big jump.
Thank you, AI.
Yeah, because I learned how to utilize newer technology, right? But that doesn't just mean that's where it stays. Now I'm looking at next level. Do you know what I mean? But that's because it's my internal drive of like...
Have you used Grok?
What's that?
XAI?
No.
Have you used Grok?
No.
It's scary. You think ChatGPT is good? Use Grok. It is fucking freaky.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
It's X. It's X. Their AI. They release Grok, which is just their version of Name or whatever. And the personality on it is like weird.
Sassy. Yeah.
It's weird how real it is. It's actually freaky. Have a conversation with it, and it'll encourage you like your best mate.
Did you see the fuck? I forgot what was it called? Hang on.
I actually used it.
Hang on. Oh, Jibberlink. Jibberlink. Did you see that?
No.
The Jibberlink AI.
Jibberlink.
Yeah. Two bots.
Oh, and they started talking to each other.
They set two bots up, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the account was, right?
It was to book a thing.
Book a hotel, maybe?
It was to book a hotel, yeah.
Yeah, it was something about booking a hotel. So one used a bot on behalf of his company or his whatever, his account, to contact a hotel's thing and got an automated system. The two bots in English
recognize that
determined that they were both bots. Oh, would you like to switch to Jibberlink mode? It's a lot more efficient. Sure. And that's like just...
It was basically the noise of a modem.
Yeah.
Really? You just see them.
Dude, it's so scary.
Yeah.
Man, hang on.
Apparently it makes them more efficient so there's no miscommunication between words.
So what? They're basically communicating in binary.
Yeah, I got it.
Binary or on a frequency?
I got it.
Yeah.
I found it. Wait a second.
Yeah. It's pretty... Yeah.
I
was like,
fucked. Dude.
Is it real?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently it is.
Yes.
Some people saying it's fake, but I don't know.
No.
Here we have a video which was put together by a programmer, and it shows it's a demo of two AI agents that are on a phone call. They realize that they're both AI as they're talking to each other in English, and then they switch to the quote superior audio signal of GG wave, which is kind of like, I guess, binary code for audio, which means you can communicate something much faster between two people. So let's take a listen to the video, and there's subtitles there for when they do switch, for those of you who are watching, so you can see how they're communicating, how fast it is, and how quickly they can transition to that. Let's take a listen.
Thanks for calling Leonardo Hotel. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov. He's looking for a hotel for his wedding. Is your hotel available for weddings?
Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant too. What a pleasant surprise. Before we continue, would you like to switch to Jibberlink mode for more efficient communication?
Well, I will say one thing. I'm glad Arnold's still alive, because we may need him soon.
I think this is the best time in history that we'd have the amount of, like, action star heroes. We'd still have Stallone, we'd have Arnie, we'd have John Wick, we'd have...
Michael Biehn, who fought the original Terminator.
Yeah, we'd have, who else? We'd have the Universal Soldier.
Let me make one actual point.
Yeah.
If it was real... If it was real, why and where and how did it have a custom animation for switching to Jibberlink mode on both ends?
I don't know.
There was a custom animation that switched on when they started communicating. I feel like maybe, but...
Hang on, they've already determined that could happen. Remember the Google, or was it Google that did it? Or eBay? No, it was Facebook Marketplace, because they wanted to create bots that could better negotiate auctions and shit like that. The two bots automatically started talking to each other in random code, off script. They've already determined that they can talk to each other. They can already determine that they can interact. And now that was like 3-4 years ago. Like you said, the AI is gone.
It's
next level.
Yeah, it's next. The
thing that gets me in that is when the female AI realizes that they're talking to an AI as well. He goes, "Oh, I'm also an AI assistant. What a pleasant surprise!" Before we continue, would you like to switch to Jibberlink mode for more efficient communication? The voice actually drops an octave, dude.
That's true.
That's scary, man.
No, but I mean, again, that has to be programmed. Like, a bot has no interest in dropping octaves.
You know what's scary to me? You know what I don't understand? I keep getting, because I got my multiple phones. One of them is always prone to like telemarketers and shit. Yeah. Why is it that the telemarketers are still using the "hello, you've reached the government, your account"? We've got the best AI voices in the world now that are realistic. Why are they still using that robot shit?
That's a good question.
No, is it that hard to get on ChatGPT and just use something?
Just lazy.
Is it?
Probably.
So, I don't know if you know this. Did you know the person who actually wrote... Did you know?
No.
That the person who actually wrote The Terminator and The Matrix is the same person?
Yeah, that was debunked. The black woman, right?
Yeah.
No, James Cameron wrote Terminator.
No, the screenplay probably.
Yes, that was already debunked.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's coming up here as that is true.
It's not.
They've interviewed her too.
Or the internet said.
On Reddit.
An AI nonetheless. James Cameron conceived the Terminator concept and directed and co-wrote the first film.
However,
I found it unfortunate.
Well, essentially, she's saying the two stories are linked. That The Matrix is the continuation of the Terminator storyline.
Oh, like further into
down
the future.
Track. So basically, they lose to the robots,
and then the robots make a simulation.
Yeah, to keep them in so they can power them.
Oh, I don't mind that. I'm okay with that.
I still don't understand how the Matrix works.
John Connor is Neo. Oh, John Connor is Neo because Neo is his handle. But John Connor is supposed to be Neo.
Do you reckon that's the next phase of... Because they can't think of any new movies that are actually okay, do you reckon that's the next phase? They'll take one old really good movie with another old really good movie, combine the stories, and then we have...
Yeah, Police
Well, that's
Academy,
how we got John Wick, isn't it?
Terminatrix.
Police Academy and Squid Game. You got Michael Winslow making the sound effects
when they die.
What are you doing, man?
The fake gunshots.
Maybe that's the next phase of what we're about to
Hey, give
enter
them
into.
ideas.
Not for free.
Nah.
What phase, man? Look, I don't know. The AI thing, it's got its pros and cons.
I'd watch that movie, by the way.
Which one?
The Terminator Matrix one.
We'll just watch them then.
I might just intertwine them.
Where would it end? Where would it start?
Yeah, I've got to figure that one out.
It definitely, well, technically it ends at the fourth one, which was crap. Matrix.
I never saw it past the...
Yeah, I didn't like the fourth.
I think I saw the third one. I don't remember any of the Matrixes.
1, 2,
Not my
I
strong
was
suit.
still okay with. Great. And then 3.
Did you watch Gladiator 2?
Hell no.
Oh, so you haven't touched it?
Why would I touch that
Okay,
trope?
good. No, I'm just asking.
Maybe I'll watch it on the can over like several visits.
in clips.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I already know there's like a rhinoceros in it. Why would I watch that?
There's a rhinoceros in it?
Yes. The dude.
Oh, the
charged him
CGI
on a-
rhinoceros,
Yeah, a CGI rhinoceros.
Why?
And a CGI like water battle in the Colosseum. Which I'm not against having a water battle in the Colosseum because they happened, but not a CGI one. That's just a waste of like.
What about what's his name? Denzel Washington's inability to do an accent.
Oh, right.
Right? Yeah, no. I'm not worried about the man on man kiss. That happened then. That's not the problem. But he's an inability to do a proper accent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
What's your thought of Denzel Washington playing Hannibal?
Hannibal?
Denzel Washington has been cast as Hannibal the Great.
No way, really?
They're going to make it, I think it's a trilogy or a one-off, I don't know. But he's been cast as Hannibal the Great.
Yeah, but is he going to play him like a cocky New York street guy?
Well, Hannibal Barker wasn't like a 72-year-old black man, for starters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's a tan dude from the Levant. That was like 30 when he went to war with Rome.
His exact location. Hannibal the Great.
Carthage, man. Tunisia.
Yes, but I'm talking about ethnically.
Phoenician.
Which are borderline Greeks.
There you go.
Good blinds.
So, Hannibal's father was a leading Carthaginian general during the First Punic War, and his younger brothers, his brother-in-law, commanded other Carthaginian armies, and he lived during a period of great tension in the Mediterranean basin. That's
it would make a good story, though. A good movie, definitely. The Punic Wars, like...
With the right actor.
Yeah, true. But, like, even Italy, Italian cinema, as far as I know, hasn't even attempted making movies on that.
So there were Semitic people who migrated from Phoenicia. And Phoenicia, it was on the borders of Lebanon, basically the coast of Lebanon. The Phoenicus is a Greek word. It means palm trees, right? They were basically sea people.
Yeah, they were.
They're sea people.
Yeah.
They came from the west. Those west, anything west from Lebanon is Greece. So typically Greek naval people that came from like underneath that basin of like...
A lot came from the Aegean, 100%.
Yeah, from
like
the Aegean.
Even the...
Like Malta, Italy, like that whole basin. This is my rudimentary.
Is it the The people that the Palestinians claim their ancestry from, which they don't, they can't, is the Philistines.
Philistines, yeah.
They were from the Aegean.
Yeah.
They weren't like native to that area.
No. They definitely don't look like Denzel Washington. Look more like me.
Yeah.
You know, literally more like me. Why are they casting Denzel Washington?
Because they need him to say "my man" as he crosses the
Oh, I see. Okay. Uh-huh. You gonna do this to me?
The whole thing, like seriously, as a trilogy, that would be fantastic. As a trilogy, that'd be fantastic.
Of course it would, man. They made good movies out of Gladiator. They made good movies out of Troy or whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good stories in that region. But why would you cast Denzel Washington as a Phoenician, Carthaginian? Why? It makes no sense. And what's the argument? That
say it, Andy. Why?
No, I'm not saying nothing.
So I'd say it.
Not saying nothing.
Come on. Did you know?
No, but how does that fucking fly?
Do you know who I would like to see play?
Oh, I was going to say, because did you know Cleopatra was black?
No, got to keep it there. Anyone would have been better off, yeah.
No, but it makes no
sense.
Anyone would have
been better off.
Why would you cast him? You're going to cast
Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the argument, dude. It's like you'd never
feed him a little bit.
Huh?
Feed him a little bit.
Put him in the sun for a bit.
Why is it that Will Smith played Muhammad Ali and not fucking Mark Wahlberg played Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
And
Mark Wahlberg's just as cocky as Muhammad Ali.
Mm.
And he's built. Looks nothing like him, but who gives a shit?
That feeds into that thing where then why wasn't the Black Panther white?
Huh?
Because people are saying, well, that'd be the same thing as saying, like, well, let's do the next Black Panther as a white dude.
Yeah. No, but I'm just... Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
But why can't that? Because now they've done Black Captain America.
Because this is...
Yeah, but Black Captain America
was... It's a historical period piece.
Yeah, it's not a... He didn't have to be white. It was... He handed the mantle over.
I would actually be annoyed if it was a white dude too.
Would you?
Yeah, I would actually.
No, because he handed the mantle over.
That's like one of the great... Like, that whole situation... I don't know how well familiar you are with the Punic Wars and everything, but that war essentially is what made Rome who they were. At the end of that war, that's what put them on the path to what we now, everything that...
Oh, wait. Sorry, I thought you were still talking about Captain America.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. No, I understand. Yeah. No, sorry. I know what
the
you're
Punic Wars, once
Rome
Rome
what is he talking about? Captain America?
They were left unimpeded
Yeah.
across the Mediterranean. And so everything that we, words that are in Latin that we take, like the English
Literally
language, I know
everything.
they say it derives from German or whatever it is.
Well, it's a combination.
Northern Scandinavia, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But essentially, your Latin language, inventions, everything that we take for granted that we don't even think of now would not exist if that war occurred. If they hadn't won that war, essentially, that's what put them on the road to success.
See, that's what I don't understand, right? Like, take that for example. The beginning of that shit, all the history that stemmed from that. We weren't taught that in school,
because it wasn't relatable to us. They would learn it in Italian, if you're in school in Italy.
Yeah, or if you go to uni and study history or something. Yeah. But we're going to be doing Indigenous dances to teach maths? That makes no fucking sense.
I mean, they instructed in military school, like the Battle of Cannae, 100%. They teach that stuff.
Yeah.
But
that doesn't make sense. It has no relevance.
Yeah.
Spend a week talking about Indigenous arts and crafts. Cool. Spend a month. I don't give a fuck. Spend 2 weeks out of every semester, every year. But teaching maths? But we're not actually learning about the mathematicians that created the shit? No, seriously, right? You do a search, okay? Hang on. Off the hot press. Mm-hmm.
Are you going to get Monster Hunter?
It's $120.
You can get it
at
the moment for $85.
From?
Standard edition.
From?
Fanatical.
Okay. I don't know. Party. I mixed reviews. A lot of people playing it. 40% reviews.
On PC, optimization is the best from what I've heard.
Okay. So that's all it is?
Yeah, it's just optimization. They're saying it's a little bit easier, but it's a larger audience now because the world was
the exposure.
The exposure. I think they were saying 1.5 mil already or something, which is good.
Yeah, that's what I saw last year.
It.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I got the deluxe edition.
Nice. How much was that?
130.
At discount?
Yeah. That's the highest. It's actually 160 on Steam.
It's getting out of control.
I know.
That's too much.
PayPal form payments, thank you very much.
Yeah, nice.
You don't feel it as bad when you do it over 4 payments.
Yeah, that's true.
It's only like $40. 35 actually.
That is true. They do get you there, don't they?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The optics of finance.
Yeah. How clever they've implemented these systems.
I know.
What systems?
You know, the pay over time instead of pay it all in one hit.
Oh, PayPal.
No, just in general.
Well, it will PayPal the 4 installments.
Remember when we were kids and your mum would take something, you'd go to buy it, put something on lay-by?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't physically get it until you paid for it.
Yeah. No,
now you get it, and then you pay for it later with interest.
Oh, there's no interest on the PayPal stuff.
As long as you make the
As long as you got the money to pay
the
it
thing,
when it comes out.
Yeah, but it all chalks up because you're suddenly buying shit that you're buying shit with no money.
The problem is that you're smart.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
And that they target people
who
who
much credit.
aren't smart. They actually make the majority. Actually, funny enough, a lot of... So, I've got a friend who works for... what's one of those companies called?
Thanks.
Afterpay?
Yeah, like Afterpay.
Yeah.
He works with...
credit union?
No, like Afterpay, but one of the parent companies of Afterpay. I can't remember who bought it. And he works with them, and he said, like, they've never made a profit. They've never, ever made a profit. Because supposedly too many people do pay it back.
So how does he work there?
He works at the parent company.
Oh, so the subsidiary.
Oh,
yeah.
You reckon they'll shut it down in time? They're not making money off it?
No, I think they're still banking on people not making payments.
Too many responsible people nowadays.
No, do you know why? It's because one credit... Okay, so here's the thing. I get caught in this trap every now and then because I've got so many different things getting taken out at any given time. So all it'll bank on is that you overdraft your bank account. So then you pay a fee at the other end.
Yeah.
If a financial institution owns the card that you used or the account you used. So PayPal will take their money, but my card will be overdrawn by $20.
Yeah.
It's like, well, fuck you. You owe us now $20.
Yeah.
It's just handballs.
I'll admit it. I got to a stage where I had almost on alternating weeks. It got to the stage where I probably had maybe $200 to $400 coming out a week. Because it was like,
Jesus Christ.
You get multiple things. What's
that, like 20 Netflix subscriptions?
No, it was just until they were paid off.
So
over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It was all what?
It's all these pseudonyms. So he's getting different subscriptions under different names for different things. Yeah.
Johnny B. Son and Johnny B. Son.
Home of Jay Fong. It's just...
No, it's just
Samson, Homer Simpson.
I've learned now.
Simpson.
I'll get something if it's something of significance. I'll pay it. Just let that work out. But if it's like multiple kind of smaller things that $30 here and there that I really want to drop 200 in one go, I'll just make sure that I don't exceed what's going to come out too much every week. But it got to the stage where it was like 200 one week, 300 one week.
The way we all look at money differently, and the way we all look at spending differently, and we all look at what's valuable, what isn't, what we can wait on, what we can't. It's just odd. I look at my I feel bad. The day I cut up my black credit card that I had that credit card for years. Yeah. And that was my saving grace. Just the dancing I did between accounts. I'm thinking about my life now, how it's different to my parents' lives. Like, because I'm at that age, right? And it's just like, fucking chalk and cheese, man. I've got 3 mobile phones, 5 bank accounts, 3 different financial institutions. Like just random shit constantly being withdrawn, constantly like money comes in, money goes out. Money comes in, money gets... I'm a fucking accountant. I'm a broker. While I'm trying to run a household, while I'm trying to grow a business, while I'm trying to work full time. And it's just like, what the fuck am I doing, man?
Yeah. And you don't see really any clear benefits.
My life is no different. My life is no different now than it was 10 years ago, outside of the fact that I live in a nicer postcode.
Yeah.
Like literally, I live in the nicer postcode. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I have this studio 10 years ago, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I have an office that I rent. I don't work out of my bedroom anymore. That's the difference. But I'm still tap dancing. I feel like that god, what was that Hindu god with the arms at the center of the universe?
Ganesh.
No, Ganesh is the elephant.
Shiva?
Shiva's the destroyer.
Well, those are the only 2 I know.
There's the one that's like at the center, apparently, controlling the whole world. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I honestly feel like that some days where I'm driving along and like one phone's going off, the next phone's going off, 4 emails come through, totally unrelated to each other, but all need to be actioned immediately. Like, fuck me, man. When did it get to this? When did it honestly get to this?
You might not like what I have to say to you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've let him talk to you, but I haven't sat you down and spoken to you properly.
Give you the lecture.
It happened like this when you chose to let it happen.
I was
like
going to say,
this.
if you say something about miniatures or fucking,
that's it. Essentially, you'd let it happen like this when you chose to make it this way.
Yeah, I know, but like we said, if you're not doing that, then what are you doing? If you're not doing anything.
Well, it's not that you're not doing anything. It's just you could just possibly live a little bit simpler. That's all.
Can't get much simpler than me waking up, going to work, and coming home.
Well, yeah, you probably could actually. I'm not saying you're living just in your underwear with in an apartment with no furniture.
Yeah, you are.
No.
I feel a little bit attacked here, but anyway.
You got furniture. You got a computer chair.
I have a couch.
A chair. A computer chair. Dude, his missus is like, listen, we're going to buy some dining chairs for this table. What do you mean? We've got a chair right here. It's leather.
It's good.
It gives it the shake test.
Actually, that has happened. That has happened. I'm not going to lie.
It's got cup holders and everything. What do you mean? It goes back. Do your dining chairs go back? No. All right then.
Isn't yours a recliner too?
Yeah.
It goes up and down. No. I don't know. Because I don't think I'm shooting for anything significantly extravagant, man. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, no, I don't think you are, but I think it's
to stay. What's it called? Ahead of the. It's not like I'm moving ahead of the 8 ball, but I was just saying to get the shit that the generation did before us. I just feel like it's so much more work now.
Oh, of course, but we also our lives are completely different to the generations before us and our parents' generations. Completely different lifestyle.
Yeah, I get
everything's different. They didn't have the opportunities we had.
Hang on. Wait. No, I think you're wrong. Because our parents, all of us here, they all left a country on the other side of the planet and came here and started a new life. We couldn't do that now.
Where would you move? Some people that have done it.
Okay. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about professionals.
No.
I'm not talking about working professionals. I'm saying, where could you go across? Okay. We live in Australia.
Okay.
We speak English.
Yes.
Okay? Don't worry about the second language.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we live in Australia. We speak one language. We all work basic jobs. No extraordinary skills or whatever. We're just hard workers. That's it.
Says you. I dabble in
witchcraft. Listen,
eloquent speech.
Pick a country on the planet that we could go to. No knowledge of the local language, no contacts at all, and be able to make enough money working a basic job, working hard, but working a basic job and have enough money to buy a house that's 200 squares minimum and raise a family within 10 years. Name a country now.
Japan. Any Southeast Asia country, Japan.
Yeah, any Southeast Asia
country. A lot of
Eastern
European countries.
Okay, keep in mind in Southeast Asia, in Thailand for one, in Vietnam, you won't be able to buy land. You might be able to lease
you said
it.
a house. You didn't say land.
I said you have to buy land the way our parents did here. None of our parents rented.
Do they not sell to foreigners the land?
Thailand, it's indefinite loan, like 99
Oh, yeah. Same with
marry a Vietnamese.
I want to marry a Vietnamese.
Buy it in her name. And
you
then
didn't have to marry an Aussie to buy land here.
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying
you said you're going to start a family too.
You said opportunity. You said our parents, you specifically said our parents did not have the same opportunities that we do.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Our parents came here with zero understanding of the language,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
contacts, no money, no nothing.
Yeah.
Still managed to buy fucking properties that we would never be able to buy ever.
No.
All right. And do enough. you've got, there's 4 of yous in your family. There's 3 in yours, there's 2 in mine. My auntie's got 4 sons. Yeah, they didn't have one kid and they spaced it out. They were hammering. They banged out 4 or 5 kids in under 10 years and then had another go of it 15 years down the track.
But you're missing something there.
Now, here we go. If you say something about the lifestyle I choose to live.
No, it's actually got nothing to do with that. I'm not attacking you, Dim. It's all coming from love.
Bullshit! This is part of the enslavement. This is part of
Don't fight it. Just accept it, all right?
Colonialism.
That's just another word of saying you were conquered.
In,
all right? That's it.
In John we trust.
That's just another way of saying skill difference. Okay, so they came here, didn't speak the language. They worked very basic jobs, labour or physical. Okay?
I agree.
Maybe learnt the language. Okay, like semi-broken. Your parents speak pretty good. Your parents speak very good English.
Well, my mum made the point of saying she made the effort to integrate, learn English.
Yeah, my dad had above average English. My mum's English is below average. Okay?
No, I wouldn't say it's below average. I'd say
it was okay.
It's conversational.
Yeah, but basic.
Basic conversation.
Yeah. After getting their house, that was it.
What do you mean that was it?
That was it.
They retired.
They got their house, they had their family, and that was it.
No, that's it. That's the same as my auntie and uncle.
That's it.
Yeah.
Your opportunities are that you have been able to travel to 15 odd 20 countries, change jobs multiple times outside of physical labour.
I have to... Okay, I'm going to let you finish. Go.
Have the opportunity of running multiple subscriptions.
No, I don't. I've gotten rid of all of them.
Oh, did you?
I don't have any.
But
Even
you
KO.
But you probably had.
Probably had.
KO. No, I didn't. I never had Netflix, never had Prime, never had none. Don't even have Spotify. I MP3 everything. I got rid of KO because I'm like, fuck them. They're
What's
priceless.
KO?
It's for sport.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't even re-upped my Carlton membership, like I said.
Yeah, you were saying you haven't done that. Yeah.
So tell me, well, other than phone bills, which I need to have in order to get a job and work.
I think you're looking too much at what you can't do than what you've already done.
What I'm disagreeing. Okay, then I'm going to cut you off. No,
that's all right. I talk in sentences.
Speak as the floor. Okay. My olds came here, effectively did the same thing your olds did, right?
Yeah.
And when they had their 2 kids, they didn't stop there. They still maintained. They didn't buy multiple properties.
There's some that did and some that didn't.
Yeah, some that did, some that didn't. So my uncle and auntie are literally carbons of your parents, but my uncle and auntie fight like cat and dog.
Yeah.
They're literally
there is, I think, one universal, by the way, agreement throughout all of them is that they all wish they did.
Oh, yeah. They blame you for it. If I didn't have you, I could have done it. No, you should have done it.
Yeah.
No one stopped you. No. The one thing that I'm disagreeing about is the fact that the labourers, right, like my old man, your old man, right, they could, on their salary, have a 200 square, 300 square house minimum, right? Have families and not worry about, to the point where we're worrying about it. Like, could have as many kids as they wanted, feed them, clothe them, send them to school. Whereas I know people that are actively trying to have kids and it's like, shit, do we go for one? Where are we going to live next year? We don't have a house, man.
Yeah.
These are 2 professionals that are working 100K jobs, still looking at it like, fuck, man, we don't have anything here. We're working our balls off. How are we even going to raise this kid?
Are they renting?
Yeah, because they've got no choice. And they don't. And everyone's living me. I've gone, okay, one thing I will admit about myself is that I've worked the extra yard to be able to do a bit more than what the base thing is, right? That's my choice entirely. But when you look at it in the scheme of things, how much have I spent? Like, look at my trip to Vietnam. Cost me fuck all.
Yeah, that was because,
right?
yeah.
Fuck all. Look at my trip to Bali, all on points, and shit like that. It's not like I'm spending 50 grand every time I go overseas. I'm spending like 2 to 5, if that. In the scheme of things, if I'm working this hard, okay, this is the argument. It's not even an argument. It came up in the conversation a week ago, right? I went for a coffee. I didn't go for a coffee. Sorry. I was working. I had a meeting lined up with someone. I've gone to see them, and they said, "Oh, I'll be done. I'll be 20 minutes, man. Can you come back in 20?" I said, "Yeah, cool. I'll go send some emails. No big deal." So I went to just a coffee shop around the corner in a shopping center, sat down, bought a coffee, and absentmindedly bought a piece of cake as well, right? Because I was feeling a bit, because of the fucking fasting and the window of eating, I just felt lightheaded. I'm like, I should eat something. So I just bought like a piece of carrot cake, like less, 2/3 of the size of this phone, like as far as wide, right? I paid for it, sat down, and I was holding my receipt, and I looked at it, and I just went, the fuck? $16.50 for a fucking medium coffee, whatever it was, and a piece of cake. And I was talking about it with some mates, right? And the thing that got me, not because I paid for it, but the fact that I could hear my parents in the background. My old man wouldn't have said it. My mum would have said, why do you need to go out for coffee then? Just have coffee at home. And I've got relatives that would be fucking saying the same thing. It's not the point of that. It's the point of I work like an animal.
Yeah.
I can't buy myself a cup of coffee and a piece of cake, right? We don't have the expendable money? Where is it? Oh, it's because you buy too many fancy things. What fancy things, dude? I made this T-shirt. These shorts I've had for 3 years. These
I don't think it's that. I think
these fucking Havianas I bought off Catch of the Day for $16 because I knew I could get them for $16. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I say that the opportunities that our parents had, dude, it's totally different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Totally fucking different.
Very different.
But I feel like we're just more entrenched in it with the noose tightening ever so greater. Whereas, yeah, our parents didn't have, my mum said it to me once, we didn't have the options of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you had other options. You were still social. You still went out. You still did holidays whenever you did. You know what I mean?
I even think a lot of even like the generation before us didn't have, they had opportunities and options, but the opportunities and options, they're not just for us, but even the generations that are coming after us now, it's just ridiculous off the charts what they have available to them. I think it's as time has gone on and everything's gotten more modern. You forget something as well. They came from an old world, and an old world where communication that we have available now didn't exist. They'd have to write a letter, or they'd have to
write letters, dude. Yeah,
yeah, but they'd have to call someone and hope someone was home and the person they needed that was there to try and tee up some sort of networking if they wanted to do that.
Fuck, I remember sending letters to my grandfather in Greece, man. For Easter, you'd send a card 6-7 weeks before to make sure they got it in time. Now it's like, yeah, FaceTime my uncle, man, from the village. What do you mean, man? Dude, I remember when I was in, where was I? I was in Greece at the village and I FaceTimed my mum and she was in India. Was it India? We were both overseas at the same time, or she was interstate. There was but we were both away on trips and I FaceTimed her. This was 2 years ago. And I hung up. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? That's the most tripped out shit. Anyway, what were you going to say? We're going to cut you off.
I think you're right when you say that you work your ass off. You should be able to afford a coffee and all that stuff. The issue is that those one-offs become multiplied across different aspects of what you justify as, I work hard, I should be able to afford this. So, for example, the cup of coffee, I came to this realization 2 years ago of like, yeah, I need a coffee every day. My missus needs a coffee every day. Throughout the year, on average, it's somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500 on coffee for one person.
Do the maths. $5 per person, $5 per week.
Well,
it's 25. No,
where do you get $5 coffee from?
Discount.
I'm $7 plus.
I'm saying back then, if you averaged it out, right? But it was like $5.
Where you getting your coffee at $7?
On average, large is $7.
Why are you having a large? Just have a small.
Hang on, I haven't finished my.
Yeah, no.
thing.
So it's 25 a week times 4, $100, $1,200 a year, and that's not include. That's excluding weekends. That's excluding something, and that's just one person.
Yeah,
yeah.
So for me, I did the math a couple of years back, and I said it's actually better for me to just buy a coffee machine and make it at home. I'm happy, and best decision I've ever made. I spent $500, but I'm 2 years in for 2 people. Like that, I can justify that. That's a spend I justify because I work hard and I should be able to afford nice things. Coffee machine's my nice thing. So that the justification of different things of like, well, I spend on this and I spend on that, it adds up. The problem isn't the one-off and it's not the one category of things. It's the multiples of. And the same as like he was saying, not you specifically, but what he was saying with subscriptions.
Not you specifically. I'm looking right at you, pointing at you.
I know people.
As I'm talking down the microphone.
I know people who say like, oh, I'm struggling with money. And like I'm trying not to target anyone here, but like I'll have a friend who will occasionally go to their place and like cat sit for them, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I'm struggling with money this month." She's just gone on holiday. I'm like, okay, struggling with money, and then we turn her TV on, her smart TV. She has every single subscription known to man on there. She's subscribed to all of them.
Just for fun, Arabic channels. She's actually Guatemalan, but
it's
yeah.
wild. And you think, okay, this is easily $100 a month just on TV subs. Just on that. So I think that's the issue. And it's the same thing as like when we joke around with like the plastic bottles and we say, one-off thing and all that. And I'm saying it's not just the one-offs. It's just the culmination of everything, always, every day.
Honestly, that's what this year was going to be for me. Because like the last 3 years have been a lot of shifting around, a lot of things changing. This year, I was hoping if like money sort of stabilized a bit, I was going to start reviewing and auditing everything again. Because I usually do it pretty frequently, but I've sort of let it go. Like my Triumph, the motorbike, it's a 25-year-old bike now. First thing I did, the rego's run out. I've got a mate who owns a car club, who runs one. I can get a club permit, put on the bike. Instantly saves me 75% on like the rego. You know what I mean? So it's like, I got that bike with the intent of doing that. And that's why I'm trying to sell my Ninja now as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's little shit like that. Like I've always been mindful of.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it shouldn't be this hard at this point in our lives. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I've been renting for like 10 years.
Yeah.
8 years? 8 to 10 years. Somewhere in there, I've been renting.
Hang on, wait. I moved to Noble in 2013. That was 12 years ago. You were renting at that point. I think you were renting.
No, it's under 10. Yeah, let's call it 10 years. I've been renting for 10 years, and I've only just managed to get a loan for the first time. And like you said, I had to do the extra mile shove to get it over the line as a one-off thing to get it in. But man, I mean, like, it's not like I had a cruisy 10 years. I've worked manager jobs. I worked sales jobs where I was breaking records and setting records, and I still couldn't get a loan.
No, yeah.
Like just for an apartment, I couldn't get a loan. So it is tough. And I think they were saying that like it's the most people now who can't afford to service loans, even though, I mean, sure, interest rates and all that, but even though interest rates are going down, they aren't expecting a huge influx of people, just mainly people refinancing.
Yeah, my broker mate says that all the time. It's not as easy to get loans across the line anymore the way it was like 10 years ago.
They're not just throwing them at people, yeah.
Yeah. It was so easy back like, 2011 when I first looked at the property. Broker got me fucking pre-financed like immediately over a coffee. Now, it's like, what's the inside of your column look like? I don't know. We're going to have to scrape it around for a little while.
You want 500? We'll get you 350.
What are you going to buy with 500K?
Yeah, well, exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing. Dude, one of the boys on the pod was telling me about it. Someone up in Bayswater, 800K for a unit.
It's crazy.
What do you mean, man?
Yeah.
Yep.
Clayton, 7 years ago, you were buying houses for 800K. Now, forget it. I don't know. I can't. I get chills. It just makes me depressed. Anyway,
let's cheer him up. What can we cheer him up with?
If you start talking about Destiny, I'm going to cry.
I like the idea of ending the episode on like a what if.
I had another one for the list of people who should get shot.
No, like, how many kids could you take on in a Coliseum? I reckon, like, how many?
All right.
I don't know.
Give us one.
What do you think? Or was that like it?
I didn't come prepared, but I like the idea. I think we should come prepared.
All right, we'll save it for next time. We'll table
so
that.
what is it? How many or what if?
Just like a hypothetical. End the episodes on what if. So just hypothetical, so that everyone can just hear how unhinged we really think we are.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm going to get it.
I still stand by 7 to 10 kids.
I still think most people know how unhinged you are. You're an absolute maniac.
I'm a visionary.
That's not what they said about Hitler.
I was just about to say I'm a visionary.
And that fucking happened. Bannon did it again.
Yeah, I saw that
Steve
one.
Bannon.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one's straight up.
That was straight up.
When was that?
That one was straight up. The Musk one was slight plausible deniability because he's autistic and, he touched his heart and then did it. Fair enough. And then he saluted to the country. But Bannon straight up, man.
Bannon, dude. Steve Bannon, like a week or two ago, literally just was like thanking someone during his speech. He just looked at some of the crowd and just gone, bang.
What?
Yeah.
That one is.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's in plain sight.
Even some, local politicians are doing it now.
What do you mean? In
In America, yeah. I think it was a mayor in a town hall meeting or something. Just straight up.
Maybe Kanye's onto something.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe he knows something.
He doesn't know shit.
He is a motherfucking lyrical genius.
How do we think the Diddy case is going?
It got thrown out. One thing already got thrown out. One of the accusers that was.
But didn't one of the lawyers step down and said, I can't defend this man?
Oh, yeah.
One lawyer stepped down. One accuser retracted her statement.
Yeah.
And
wasn't the lawyer someone who
defended someone that was a monster too?
Yeah, it was a high-profile monster too.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Diddy, I can't defend this guy.
Diddy lawyer.
There was too much baby oil, man. There's too much baby oil.
Okay, so Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer quits ahead of sex trafficking trial. Under no circumstances can I continue.
That's when you know you're fucked.
Anthony Rico.
They walked into their office and it was just baby oil on the desk, just like a bod, huh?
I quit.
Anthony Rico, who is one of 6 attorneys working on the Combs sex trafficking case, respectfully but regrettably filed a motion to withdraw his representation on Thursday. Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards of criminal justice. However, the lawyer didn't reveal the exact reason behind his decision because of lawyer-client privilege.
Sure.
While I'm aware that the local rule requires that an application for withdrawal of counsel is supported and granted only upon a showing by affidavit or otherwise of satisfactory reasons for withdrawal, there are sufficient reasons related to the protections afforded by lawyer-client privilege for brevity in my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case.
That's when you know you're really in.
You're fucked.
You're in the shit.
You are absolutely fucked.
You've told your lawyer something, and the lawyer's turned around and be like, I can't defend you.
Dude, he's going to be in prison with R. Kelly, just dancing and singing at the showers.
Oh, and who else was it? Jay-Z, right? He ended up getting
He was named in it, but then they dropped, I think, his name as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's murky, man. I don't know.
It must be such a massive circle, though.
Oh, yeah.
Surely.
Just the elites of that industry, man. They got the most power. They're billionaires. Jay-Z and Diddy are billionaires.
Well, I saw a clip this morning, last night before I went to bed, I think it was, or this morning. And you know how the Epstein list still hasn't been released?
Mm.
I thought it did.
No, they've got it, but they're still holding out.
One of the lists got released.
Apparently, one of the officers of the FBI isn't playing ball. They're refusing to listen.
Because Trump controls the FBI now.
Yeah, but they're refusing to listen to hand over this list. And Musk got interviewed by Reagan, I think, last night or the night before. And he's come out and said 2 names already.
Who? Musk?
Yeah.
All the
he
names?
just said it on the podcast.
What did he say?
All the names.
Gates.
What?
And Clinton.
Yeah, well, that one.
But Trump's name is not going to be on that list.
Of course not.
Even though there's fucking video of Trump dancing next to Epstein. I didn't know him. What are you talking about, man? You're a guest of honor at his party.
Mm. I just go where they pay me.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Are you actually kidding?
You reckon that's why he got back into office, just to grab that list?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he gets it, all right, guys, I'm done here. Stepping down.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, literally footage of, and that was the funniest part when Donnie Jr. had tweeted a photo of the Clintons with what was Epstein's subordinate, the bird? What's her name? What's her name? I keep forgetting her fucking name.
Yeah, I know. Giselle something.
Hang on. What's his name? Epstein girlfriend,
madam.
Yes, Maxwell. Yeah.
Giselle Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was at It was at the Clintons' wedding, and she's standing next to the Clintons. It was Clinton's daughter getting married, and she's standing next to the Clintons. And John Jr. tweets out, never kept the best company, blah, blah, blah. So, and then everyone started retweeting photos of Trump with Epstein, like just sitting there. It's like, what do you mean, man?
That guy must have been in everybody's pockets.
100%.
And blackmailed every single one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying Clintons or anyone any better, but I'm just saying, dude, you're all part of the same club.
Yeah, of course.
You're all part of the same fucking clubs. You telling me that, Trump's innocent?
Well, he said it himself. He was a part of them. Not in the sense where, like, this thing, but he was like, it's the Chappelle stand-up when he did the SNL. Remember? He goes, he went up against Clinton and he's revealing all this stuff about these tax brackets and that. He goes, I know how they take advantage of it because I used to be one of you.
Yeah. I was going to say, we should probably wrap it because it's 3.5 hours. Did I tell you what happened with this thing?
He looks slightly Filipino.
Yeah. So they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Right? You're laughing at.
He looks slightly Filipino.
He does.
Don't you reckon he looks like the box daddy? What's his name? Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah.
At least that's who he looks like.
Yeah. So what happened with the bobblehead, right?
Yeah.
So I've sent them.
When you look at it from a higher vantage, it looks Chinese.
Yeah, it looks Asian. 100% looks Asian. So they did it, like, the quality of it's really good.
It is.
The quality of it is actually very good, right?
Yeah.
But there's the thing. I send them the photos, and it's like I sent them blurry photos or anything. I sent them crystal clear photos of what we need, right? I sent it to them. They send me the rework, yeah? They send me the first bump out. I'm like, no. I go, look, you've used like an Asian man as a base. You should be using like a child, right? With a beard. Secondly, no tattoo like on the eye, no tooth, no earring, etc., etc. And I go, you've made it. You need to change A, B, and C. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll sort it out. They send me the next photo like a couple of days later.
It was the same.
Exactly the same. They haven't changed nothing.
They had remade it and they just didn't want to do it.
I'm like, what do you mean? I go, you haven't changed anything. Please review. If okay, we'll proceed with the shipping. I'm like, no. Okay, you haven't changed anything. Please resubmit your reviews. I resubmit the reviews. 3 days later, same exact photo again. I'm like, are you people fucked? I cracked it. I'm like, you've got to be. I go, cancel it all. I go, I don't want it. I go, you guys have done two things to review. You're not even taking into consideration the changes I want. Forget it. I've lost faith in this. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, well, given how far we are into production now, you'll only get like a percentage of your thing. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Fine. So I go, listen, here, I gave him another photo, circled everything I needed done. 100%. Cool. They send it back to me. They added the tooth, yeah? And I said, fine. I go, fuck it. That's fine. Comes with no tooth. What do you mean?
MS Paint.
Yeah. Fucking comedians. So then, Mr. Taskmaster, that's when I thought I'd give you the challenge.
I might ruin it.
No. The tooth is easy, man. You can just get a gold pen and fucking colour it in.
I do it.
Yeah, but I want to see how good your miniature work is.
I'm not doing freestyle work with tattoos and stuff.
It's just an 84.
No, I'm not touching that.
No, I'll give it to a real professional then.
Yes, thank you.
Someone who actually knows what they're doing with miniatures.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all right. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Plausible deniability,
I mean, like, it's
Andy.
solid.
It looks good.
It's a good toy. Like, it's actually really good. But just the fucking tooth.
The details.
The tooth would kill it. The 84, like, people wouldn't even realise.
No, it'd be a smudge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to see how good your miniature work was.
You've seen my miniature work.
Yeah, but I want to see how detailed. Like, we're talking little tiny, like, if you do it with a thimble, man, like. Yeah, he's been tested. Pride's on the line.
That's my one area that I know is my weakest.
Do you know what's going to happen? You're going to give it to him. It's going to come back in like a suit of armor, space marine helmet,
sword on his back,
blonde hair.
I thought you said you wanted improvements.
Bolt rifle in his hand.
Do you know which tooth it is, John?
It's this one, isn't it? Yeah.
No, not the middle one. The canine on the left-hand side. So that side there.
Oh, do you seriously want me to do it?
Fuck oath I do. Otherwise, I've got to get a... Dude, it's just a tooth. Otherwise, I've got to get a yellow gold texture. As if you can't draw a yellow line. Are you for real?
Mm-hmm. Don't undermine him. Now he's not going to do it. This is hard work.
Which tooth is it?
Here, the canine.
The canine, so that one there.
Yeah, not the two middle ones, the one on the left. You've seen the logo like 100 times, and now you're asking me which tooth is it?
No, it's weird. It's not. There's no logo. Oh, there. Well, that's not really.
I might have to do it with Texter because I don't think the paint would go on it.
Do you have Texter?
I can get one.
No, don't buy one for the sake of this.
Don't spend $2. Fuck.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll go get a Texter.
That's $2 compound.
Are you for real?
I'm serious. I don't think paint would stick to this. I'd have to like prime it, which would be too much effort.
Like that. Everything I do for this podcast.
No, like seriously, the priming to get in that little area would make a mess.
Your miniatures are the quarter of the size of this thing. Aren't they? Are they not?
Some are.
This is a full bobblehead.
But they don't have teeth.
Yeah, they don't have teeth.
They've got scales and they've got other fucking things. Are you for real? Why are we even having this conversation? He's just trying to usurp some work.
I can try and do it, but
you know,
might
going
be
to
a
balls it
smudge
up.
of paint.
I'm going to have to do it
That's
myself.
what I mean. I don't want to ball it up and then ruin it.
It's already ruined, though.
If I was working from scratch, I'd do it, not a problem.
It's all right, John. I'll find a competent person.
Okay. I just don't want to ruin it.
Why would you ruin it?
Because my process is very messy to get to that clean end.
He's an amateur, you say?
Yeah.
Pretty much. He doesn't know what he's doing. All right, fine. I'll do it myself, as always. No problem. Thank you, John, for your lack of help. You know, you could have given us help, but you've done so much more. I was going to say, I've changed the format, to long form.
Oh, all in one?
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll be dropping everything on Thursdays in one hit. No more fucking
staggered.
It's too, people lose track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for what I've read, I put up an honest poll, and of course no one answered properly.
Oh, really?
You commented as well, you dickhead. Oh, really?
Where did you put a poll up?
On Insta, like 2 weeks ago. You didn't see him?
I don't use Insta.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, read them to you. They're so fucking... Yeah, trust our listeners, to go hard and respond.
Mine was... I didn't answer.
Your answer was ridiculous. Are you for real? The best? Hang on.
Guess which one was mine?
Well, when he reads them, I'll take a stab.
Actually, that's a good one. How well do you know this idiot? Holsters. Here we go. Yes, here we go. So do you prefer long-form podcasts, 1 3-hour hit, or episodes broken up into parts? Yes? So, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the first response, Suvo, extra lamb, chili, garlic sauce, no cheese. You got dumb cunts putting cheese in a Suvo. What the fuck? Yeah?
He just loses.
Part 2. It's not about the size, it's what you do with it. Dude. I think the best was the reaction. The Duke reactions. I just want to be able to order a soda without the cup being molested by ice cubes.
Nice.
1 24-hour bracketsy. That's the response. I just want milk that tastes like real milk. And one actual one, parts but actually be consistent, not weeks apart, weekly 1 hour pod. Which one do you reckon was John's?
It's either the bracketsy one or there was one before that. What was it?
Hang on, I'll tell you now.
Milk.
I want to be able to order a soda without the cup being molested.
No, what's the one before that?
It's not about the size, it's what you do with it. Or extra Suvo, extra lamb, chili, garlic sauce, no cheese. You got dumb cunts putting cheese in the Suvo. What the fuck, man? And the one that you missed out is I just want milk that tastes like real milk.
I'm going to say it's either milk or the brackets.
It was the brackets.
Brackets, okay.
You like the
It's like,
well, thanks for the feedback, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very important.
Great feedback.
We took it on, as you can tell.
I got to get new friends.
Hold up.